All right, here we go. It's the MJ Morning Show here on a Wednesday, a Froggy-less show. It's just me, MJ, and Fester, and Roxanne. Oh, my God, what is that? What are you wearing today?
A completely normal outfit, just a shirt. Just a, what?
I don't know. It's just you're wearing some weird. You've never worn that before.
You're right, I haven't. Is it okay?
You're wearing weird stuff.
It's been a rough attire week for Roxanne.
No,
listen, it hasn't been rough.
It's like
interesting.
It's like a rummage sale. It's
yes. Both statements are true.
Yes.
It has been interesting, and it's like a rummage sale.
It's. I'm sorry. I'm like looking over. What is that?
What's wrong with this? It's like a regular top with like geometric patterns.
Is that a top or a dress? I can't see.
It's just a top.
It's a shirt. It's
so
a top.
What are you wearing on bottom?
Jeans. Ripped up jeans.
Okay, all right.
It's almost like she went to like a theater company and they were like liquidating some costumes.
Oh, yeah,
like pirate shirt on Monday.
I've never received such horrible criticism on my attire from the two most slovenly dressed people I know.
Okay, let's call it accurate observations instead of, what'd you call it? Horrific criticism? That's awful.
No, it's just you're wearing weird stuff today because you're typically somewhat of a fashionista. And this week has been like you rummaged through a Goodwill box in a parking lot. You know, I mean, like you climbed in and, you get those stories of people that get stuck.
Yes.
You've seen those stories over the years.
You can't get out.
We've done them. We've had stories of, those Goodwill or Salvation Army, like drop boxes, the donation boxes.
Yeah. Well, where do you think I slept last night?
And we've had stories over the years of people that have like climbed in trying to steal stuff and then they get stuck inside and they're like, let me out. People, guess what? There have been people that have died in the Goodwill box. Hang on, I'm telling you, I believe there's a story, Festa, do a search, of someone that died in a Goodwill or a Salvation Army box that they have in parking lots.
Out of out west.
Out of out west?
Well, I'm trying to find the date. October 6, 2022.
California woman, 61, dies after getting trapped in clothing donation box. Roxanne, it looks like you've climbed in a clothing donation box in some parking lot somewhere, and luckily it looks like you've escaped because you are live, you are breathing, you are in the studio, and you are wearing what clearly looks like parking lot donated drop box clothing. No, listen. I gave you a compliment. You're usually impeccably dressed, but this week has been kind of a clown show.
It's been unpredictable.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I invite every MJ Morning Show listener to go look at the MJ TV and judge for yourself and see if this is so outrageous.
And yesterday looked like a prison road gang outfit. It was like it needed to say Department of Corrections on that orange outfit you were wearing yesterday.
It was like a genie outfit
Yeah.
and a Department of Corrections
Right.
outfit had
Yes.
a baby.
And then Monday was the puffy shirt, like out of the Seinfeld episode.
It
like a
was.
pirate shirt, but it was like violet, like you're turning violet, like out of Willy Wonka.
Violet Beauregard. Someone thought yesterday my orange dress was actually pants when I was standing over at the other mic. They thought it was pants, which makes it even weirder.
Which is why I said genie, because
Yeah.
it had
Okay.
that going.
Well,
Right.
let's talk about what you guys wear every single day. The same uniform for MJ,
Yep.
Yeah.
khaki shorts.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm
What are
wearing.
you wearing today? You
No.
mixed it up.
No, I'm wearing like a slate grayish blue darker
Ooh.
short.
Oh, you did call it slate to make it sound fancier than it is. You're in your typical uniform.
I am in a T-shirt 2 sizes too small.
You know, typically, ask Fester. Typically,
I think you look good today.
hold on, wait a
Come on
second,
in,
Meredith, come on,
Come on, get up to Froggy's mic over
When do you
there.
have to talk again on the other station? How long?
Well, in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
They're
All right,
Why are you picking on my girl?
ladies,
This is what they do. This is
No,
fun for them.
no,
They're not
no,
really
no.
picking. This is how they show their love. Actually, it's very odd.
MJ's wearing the same shirt he's probably had for 10 years.
Yes.
Same thing with Fester over
That's
here.
probably
And
true.
you look fantastic,
Thank
Roxanne.
you.
Hi, this
Thank
is,
you.
folks, Meredith. If you're a longtime MJ Morning Show listener, you remember Meredith, who I plucked. She was a naive little girl.
I'm
was
so
just-
naive.
Yeah, just didn't know anything.
Still very naive.
To this
And-
day.
Yeah.
Meredith was our board op for our Jacksonville affiliate.
Yes.
Was it KISS back then?
Kiss FM.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Meredith was our board op. She ran the controls for our Jacksonville station, MJ Morning Show in Jacksonville, when we pumped it in from Tampa to Jacksonville. And then we had an opening on the show for a what was the job of?
It was like an audio. I was
Yeah.
running audio similar to what Andrew does, but I wasn't answering phones.
If
Right.
she knew what the job was, she would never have replied.
So
I mean, it's that-
we brought Meredith all the way over from Jacksonville
Yes.
and turned her into a big star.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Huge.
On the MJ Morning Show, and now she's parlayed that into the Orlando gig, and it's
Yeah.
always great to have you pop. So, where are you listening to us that you knew we were talking about Roxanne's attire?
I was walking by and then I heard Pat, traffic Pat,
Right.
and then he was listening. He's like, I can't believe they're making fun of Roxanne's outfit. And I was like, what? So I started listening and I was like, there's no way they could be doing that. And you guys were.
It's been a rough week. Yesterday, she wore a.
Listen,
mean it's rough?
you
Hold on.
guys telling me anything about my fashion is a compliment because if you don't like it, that's a good thing because look at what Fester wears every day.
Rough isn't the right word, MJ. He's not a rough week. She's beautiful as she was. She takes a lot of time into her attire. It's just been a very unpredictable week.
Yeah.
Unique week.
Predictable. It's hard
But
to
like I say,
plan out your fashion at 4 a.m.
Go look at the MJ TVs and you be the judge.
All right, so Monday she's wearing a purple pirate shirt, but like a Seinfeld edition pirate shirt, but in purple. Yesterday looked like a combination of a Hare Krishna outfit and a prison roadside orange jumpsuit cleanup crew outfit. And then today, I don't know, some kind of geometric wackiness here.
Do you want to switch outfits? We can go to the bathroom. And just
Yeah, we
switch
can do a
clothes.
switch. We can do a switch.
Thank you.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Wanna get
Thank
web
you.
hits.
Special appearance from Meredith on the
Love
MJ
you,
Morning
Mer.
Show.
Hey, I actually, the blue pirate shirt that I wore Monday, I switched out of it when I had to walk down MLK to get my car. I put on a different shirt because that would have looked insane.
It was like a puffy hooker shirt then. Yeah, exactly. All right, so 6:07 at the MJ Morning Show. We're going to get into this in much more depth. We've been talking about it all week. Monday with the lead up. Yesterday, awaiting the big announcement, and now the day after. The question is, so I want to ask you guys a quick question before we take our break as we wrap up the opening segment of the show and a busy MJ Morning Show today. Hey, do us a favor, and I think it's working. I really do. I am asking all of our listeners just to tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show. If you love our content, if you love what we do, this is the best, most entertaining, most consistent morning show in the Tampa Bay market, bar none, MJ Morning Show. If you like what we do, then I ask you to do 3 a day. It's MJ 3 a day, and that's to tell 3 people, hey, I listen to the MJ Morning Show. Hey, maybe even say, oh, you should have heard this morning. You're not going to believe what the MJ Morning Show did or talked about or why you were entertained. Tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show right here on 104.7 FM, Q105. All right, quick question, and then I got a break, and we'll get into it multiple times today. Will the new Rays Stadium actually get built? Fester, yes or no?
Ooh, I don't think so.
Roxanne, do you think the new Rays Stadium will actually get built? Yes or no?
No, I'm very cynical because I've covered them for so long and we talk stadium all the
All
time.
right. And also, I'm skeptical as well. And again, listen, here's the deal, though. It's the location. You're going to build, allegedly, this all-new complex in a location that's not conducive to put 30,000 butts in seats consistently for all of those home games. That's what it comes down to. You're putting the stadium and this complex in a location that's not prime and primo to put fans in seats consistently. All right, 6:09, just getting rolling. We got a loaded show. We're all over the road today, and that's in a very good way on the MJ broadcast. Let's grab traffic first. Pat is on, back in seconds. MJ Morning Show, Q105. Morning Show, Q105, little Uncle Cracker on the MJ broadcast. 6:22. Man, how did I get so late? Did we go long on the opening of the show today?
Yeah, you were berating my clothes, which I have to bring that up. I stepped away from my computer for just a moment. I came back. The text line is still flooded, still talking about all of that. And like someone says, I wish you would go into attack mode with them. What I would like to say to that person is, I appreciate that. However, it would be the equivalent of LeBron James going to like an elementary school basketball court and throwing balls at the heads of the children. That's the equivalent of me coming back at you guys for how you dress. LeBron James would look like a jerk, right?
Or the movie Dodgeball with those nasty shots, with that great dodgeball, kind of like that plingy, rubbery noise that those old
Boom.
That hollow twang noise that those dodgeball, do they still use those in school? Do they still have?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, hey, I think dodgeball's like outlawed now because everyone's got to be handled with kid gloves, and you don't want to offend anybody. You don't want to have anyone singled out or targeted with. Isn't dodgeball like outlawed in schools these days? I mean, that was a staple, man. That was like a gym PE phys ed staple. And they used to have those kind of red balls. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, gosh, yeah, I played that.
The red PE balls that had those little lines on them. All over. They had like the lines all over the ball.
For grip.
Yeah, for grip. Exactly. So do they still make those red balls that I remember from like 4th, 5th, 6th grade? Do they still have those?
I feel like very recently we bought a couple from Walmart, but they now are in all different colors. I think
but that hollow twang noise that those balls used to make when they would like hit you during a dodgeball game.
Yeah. I think dodgeball has been replaced with moonball. Have you heard of that?
No.
Is it where you just pull your pants down and show everybody your ass right there
it
in
is.
the playground?
And something else. Yeah, moonball. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's actually.
So you're talking front and back?
Roxanne.
At least if you're a male?
It's actually, it's like moonball is much more collaborative. How things are less competitive now and everybody gets a trophy. I think moonball sounds like the lighter version of dodgeball because it's like you all work together to keep the ball in the air. It's a big ball. Yeah.
Is that like a game of keepy uppy?
I think it's keepy uppy.
Yeah, like you got to keep tipping the ball. No, but it's like dodgeball. I thought we've talked about this over the years that like dodgeball was kind of like 86th because it's everyone's got to be handled with what's the word I'm looking for? Where everyone's coddled. No, there's a term for it.
The gloves, kid
gloves, coddled. There's another word I'm looking for I can't think of. But do they still play dodgeball in like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade or 6th grade? Is that still happening or is that done?
So Roxanne coming at us or attack mode us is essentially you and I being like feeble 2nd graders and Roxanne being like a cannon with these dodgeballs. She would just pluck us off.
We'll get into Roxanne's attire. It's just been a weird week. It's just
that's fine.
Monday, Tuesday, and today, Wednesday. Just what you've worn is just different than what we've seen you wear essentially for the past close to 3 years.
And I'm going to say it again.
Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the observationist here. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say the same thing I say when I wear a bathing suit top with a sundress. I wear what I wear because I can, because it's radio and there's no dress code. You wear whatever you want.
You're fine, but I can make an observation from time to time.
Of course you can. That's what we do.
If you would like to critique my attire, that's fine.
Don't say that. Don't say that. The texts are rolling in, dude.
I don't care.
No.
What do you mean the texts are rolling in?
I just saw online.
So we have 2 different texts going here. We've got the official text line, which is 800-990-1047. That's the official call-in line if you want to talk on the air or when we do contesting. But also 800-990-1047 is the text line, so you can also text to that number. And then the other text avenue is Fester's private cell phone, which is 813-310-8444, which Froggy blurted out about 3 years ago, and there's no going back.
So I got a text about 8 minutes ago, and it says, did you see what somebody said on the MJ Morning Show fan page?
Oh, jeez.
Now, I don't I let the fan page exist, and I don't really go on it. I'm not a member of it. Or anything
the
like
fan
that.
page is run
By fans.
By fans,
Right,
exactly.
Nothing to do with it.
Yep.
So I go to it, and it says, MJ has no room to talk. This is from Clavin I think he's in St. Louis.
Okay.
And he says, he has no room to talk about Roxanne and her choice of clothing. He wears the same
Choice of clothing?
He wears the same 4
Speak much?
medium shirts every week.
Hold on, what now?
He wears the same 4 medium.
What does medium mean?
Small, medium.
No, I wear large or extra
Well,
large.
listen, this is a critique.
All right.
Besides, let's start talking about his hair. It looks like a freezer burned portion of ground beef.
My hair looks like a freezer.
And you know what?
This is this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Why does my hair look like freezer burned ground beef?
Let me go down to Winn-Dixie, the beef people.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to find freezer burned.
No. I'm going to freezer
You're
burn
going to
it.
have to freezer burn it yourself.
The whole stunt's going to take me a day to put together.
It's going to take you 3 months to get good freezer burned beef. All right, whatever.
Or just look at your head.
I teased something. I got to get to
All
it.
right, let's go.
I've never heard of this. A California mother has had all of her limbs amputated. Both arms, both eggs. Why? She ate bad fish. What? And she almost died.
Would it have like some germ in it? Or?
It's, yeah, thanks for the scientific deduction. Did it have some germ in it?
I don't know.
That's very, very elaborate there.
All right, thanks, freezer burned ground beef head.
Right. So she ate bad tilapia. Now, tilapia, I'm not a huge tilapia fan. I believe I like more of a wild caught fish. I mean, tilapia, the bulk of that stuff is like farm raised. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like junk fish, isn't it? Tilapia. I don't know.
This is horrific.
I saw a video of a
It
tilapia farm in China that made me never want to eat fish again.
You did?
It was like churning brown water. It was like
my God. Well, listen.
millions of fish in this little pond.
A lot of this farm raised stuff, if you see like fish coming out of like Vietnam, Cambodia, China, I mean, this stuff is probably swimming in sewage canals. I mean it's this, I have no, I'm getting the chili willies over here. All right, so here's the deal. California mom, 4 kids, had all of her limbs amputated after she ate some tilapia that was contaminated with a deadly bacteria. Laura Barajas, 40, underwent the surgery last Thursday after she's been in the hospital already for months. I mean, I feel awful. This is terrible, Laura. I mean, my heart breaks for you. I can't even imagine this. But you can eat bad fish or eat a bad portion of some type of food stuff, and you end up having all of your limbs amputated because of some kind of sepsis, some kind of bacterial infection. My God, this is like a Stephen King nightmare.
Yeah, this is horrific. So she had sepsis so bad, her kidneys were failing. I mean, I'm not going to read all the details, but basically she bought this from a market in San Jose.
Yeah, I'm about to get to that. So she went to a market. She bought tilapia at a market. The next thing she knows, she doesn't have any arms or legs. She was put into a medically induced coma. Her fingers turned black. Her feet were black. Her bottom lip was black. I mean, just horrific.
So I guess she's the only one who ate it in the family?
I think, well, at least she was the only one affected by it. But
maybe your body fights off the bacteria in some people.
This is just, it's a nightmare. It's a horror show of a story. I feel so awful for this lady. She's a lovely-looking young woman, 40 years old, Laura Barajas.
Okay.
I've never heard of this, eating food within the neck. A GoFundMe campaign has been set up to help her. Can you imagine the medical bills on this?
So it says roughly 150 to 200 cases of this bacteria are reported each year. This is crazy.
But I don't know if it results in having all of your limbs amputated.
Wait, 1 in 5 of those infected die.
Jeez. My God, it makes me never want to eat anything again.
40 people. So if 200 people got it, 40 people died.
All right, 6:31 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, sorry. Listen, this is a bizarre story. I just haven't heard of this. All right, 6:31 here on the MJ Morning Show. I just put together during the last break an incredible Morons in the News segment. So early Morons in the News are next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, speaking... Morning Show. MJ and the crew here. Roxanne and Fester join me. Froggy is back tomorrow. And then Roxanne gets the hell out of here for a couple of days. Wait. Is there an update?
I just want to tell you my plans.
Tell me your plans, please.
So tomorrow, I'm going to take my kids to school and wake up with them because I'm going to be away from them for a couple nights. And then I'm going to come into work at 10 o'clock and do middays. And then I'm going to fly out in the afternoon.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure that's an accurate depiction of what's actually going to happen. All right, you're going to come in at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wake up with my children.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm not buying that. Okay. But that's a whole different story. I'm thinking that there's going to be some recording involved. All right, 6:41 at the MJ Morning Show.
Okay,
Yeah.
you say that. You say that all the time, but you are never here at 3 o'clock, so you technically do not know.
Oh, I know. I've got a GPS tracker.
Andrew, can you pull up the recorded segments for today's midday show that Roxanne already has laid down?
All right, Lefesta, let's not go there.
There are none. It's called zero. Again, you guys are irritating me because you're saying something that's false. You're making me look bad, and second of all, it's irritating to me that I have to stay that long. So I'm triple irritated.
Yeah, okay. All right, 6:42 at the MJ Morning Show. All right, I have a pile of just insane Florida morons in the news stories today. Now, I've had this one since the beginning of the week. I just haven't gotten around to it, but it is important. And this just goes to show how you should not have property line disputes with your neighbors because, well, they could turn deadly. 78-year-old shot and killed a neighbor who was trimming trees along the property line. Are you kidding me? 78. So, listen, this dude is going to prison. So you're 78. What, you're going to utilize your last, 5-6 years of your life and you're going to be in prison? That's a great way to put a cherry on top.
Yeah, have fun with that, old man.
Exactly. So, 78-year-old guy allegedly shot and killed his neighbor because he was trimming trees along the property line. This happened on Sunday around 7:13 p.m. Sunday, and this happened about 45 miles north of Orlando in Volusia County. Brian Ford, 42 years old, was trimming trees, shrubs, limbs along the property line. There's a fence that separates the two properties when his neighbor, 78-year-old Edward Druzalowski, had an argument. They started exchanging words, and Druzalowski then told police that he threatened to shoot, and when the neighbor didn't leave, he shot him. Are you kidding me? So the 78-year-old shoots the 42-year-old and removes him from planet Earth.
Yeah, kills the guy.
Kills the guy. I mean, what are you kidding me? So he was arrested, this Druzalowski guy, this 78-year-old, he was arrested for second-degree murder. And in a call to 911, the wife of the shooter, the 78-year-old geriatric Druzalowski, said that his husband just meant to scare him. My God, you never use a gun as leverage. You never use a gun to scare somebody. You only use a gun for personal protection when life-threatening issues arise and your safety is compromised and, you fear for your life. You feel that the danger to you is imminent. You don't pull a gun for leverage to get one up on somebody, to threaten somebody. You don't fire a warning shot into the air. My God. Well, Mrs. Druzalowski, you might want to get your affairs in order because you're going to be living alone for the rest of your life. He's not getting out.
Or at least figure out when visiting hours are.
Could this possibly turn into like the shooting incident, the theater? Remember locally we had the retired cop and
Curtis Reeves.
Yeah, the whole theater shooting incident. What did that happened up at the Grove? Where was it?
Was it a Cobb Theater or something at the Grove, the one in Lando Lakes, kind of?
Isn't that Wesley Chapel? Isn't that Wesley? Yeah, it's up there.
So, but there was an argument of that something was thrown and he was in fear for his life. And this guy came out trying to scare a guy, which is not how you use a gun.
So the Druzalowski guy did an interview with the police after he was taken into custody after shooting and killing the neighbor. And he said he approached his 42-year-old neighbor, Ford, and said, "Get off my property. Get off my lawn." He said, "Get off my property." And then he said something, "Mind your own business." Then there was cursing that was exchanged between the two. And then Druzalowski said he pointed the gun at Ford. And then Ford said something like, "What, you're pointing a gun at me? You're going to shoot me? Then move closer." And then Druzalowski said, he told Ford again, "Get off the property." The 78-year-old told police that he said, "Stop right now or I'll shoot." And he did.
Yeah, I don't know about this Drew Zalowski.
Yeah. He's a Drew Zalowski neighbor.
The
Drew
word.
Zalowski neighbor. Yeah.
One of my friends on the text line
Yeah.
is telling me, I'm
Well,
trying to.
hold on. One of your friends?
Yes.
So one of our listeners who communicates with us on the text line.
One of Roxanne's friends on the
This is
text
a top
line. Yeah.
texter.
Yeah.
And he says that he shot, I'm trying to find it in his story, but this guy probably has accurate information.
Yeah.
He shot the guy in front of the guy's son.
Yeah, so I saw that there was an 8-year-old present as well.
Yeah, that's let me see if that's in my story. Yeah, I don't have that in my story. It doesn't say that. So that's additional information. Wow.
Yeah, off of West 2 News, family Central Florida
Oh,
dad killed in
God.
front of 8-year-old son while trimming trees in a dispute with neighbor.
Yeah, it's awful. It's terrible. You ready for another Florida story? Florida man sets fire to car belonging to his ex-girlfriend, who's also his cousin.
Wait, hold on.
A guy from South Florida was arrested. Why? Set fire to a car that belonged to his ex-girlfriend, and then it was determined that the ex-girlfriend was his cousin, according to the Miami-Dade police. You know, you'd expect this more up in a Panhandle County, but no, this was South Florida, folks. Melvin Cintron, charged with second-degree arson and third-degree grand theft. Yeah, I mean, what?
All right, hold on. The word cousin
Yeah.
is a really vague word.
No, it's not. It's like the brother or sister's.
But then there's second cousin,
Yeah,
third cousin.
There's also cousins once removed or twice removed.
I've had people under the umbrella of cousin.
this-
I've had people. This is my 5th cousin. I'm like,
This,
what?
the story says cousin. I'm assuming that it's a first or second cousin, not just some kind of hey, cuz. You know,
No, not
yeah.
hey, cuz,
Yeah.
as in passing a greeting. You can legitimately, genetically be a cousin, but be very well removed. I'm hoping that's the case in this story.
an arsoned up good car, and apparently he was doing his cousin. Isn't that just a lovely, lovely story?
Now I know what your definition of an amazing pile of morons in the news is: death and incest.
You really overbuilt that a little.
This is nuts. All right, one more. What I did? What now?
You overbuilt the morons in the news today.
What do you mean I
Because
overbuilt
you said what a
it?
great pile
First
it
of all,
was.
you're trying to say oversold.
Yeah. you are.
Okay.
All right, oversold is what I don't think so.
You're overselling me saying overbuilding.
No, I'm not.
An incest story and an old man who mows down his neighbor.
All right, one other auto-related story. This is
Better
now-
be good.
This is Texas. Victor Chavez has been arrested. Why has Victor Chavez been arrested in Texas? This is out in Harris County, which is the Houston area. This 20-year-old Victor Chavez has been arrested, charged with child endangerment. Why? He was caught with a 12-year-old joyriding on the top of his SUV. And the suspect told cops that he forgot the child was on the roof.
Ugh.
What the hell? Yeah. Chavez told Harris County deputies he forgot the child was sitting on top of the vehicle as they cruised down a local road. My God. I mean,
Look at the video of this.
Oh, yeah, there's video. There's everything going on here.
Kid's holding on to the luggage rack.
Yeah, sitting on top of, what is that, an older, like, Chevy Suburban or something?
Maybe a Tahoe type
Yeah, that's what it
thing?
looks like.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane. All right, 6:50 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So, yeah, I thought that was a pretty topsy-turvy early morons in the news.
You ended on a high note, I'll
You
tell you
did.
that.
You did.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Brought
you.
it home.
Yeah, thank you for rating me. Thank you for your morons in the news critique.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, man, we got a packed 7 o'clock hour coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. There's a breakfast item that's getting attacked, and I don't understand it. You might be eating it right now. What breakfast item is getting attacked? Also, I've had this story for the whole week, and I just didn't get around to it yet. The band director that was tased by the cops. This is crazy. All right, hold on. This is, you know, when things come up and it's like, I've never heard of that. This is the oddest combination. How the hell did this happen? Just things you don't expect to hear. and it has to do with a band director. Yes, a high school band director, and it involves a tasing, and you're not going to believe. This is insane. All right, that and more all next on the MJ Morning Show here on. So attention all band directors, if you're listening to the show this morning. I've got some from sage advice for you all coming up here on the MJ broadcast. Stand by. Plan B. It is 7 o'clock at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew. Oh, don't forget, Cash Kitty coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. So exactly 1 hour from right now, the Cash Kitty makes another appearance. And I'm telling you right now, this is one pissed off, angry cat, which I don't get it because the Cash Kitty's just dealing out the moolah. I don't understand why the Cash Kitty's all aggravated. You know, I don't quite get it. But the Cash Kitty, 1 hour away, and you're shot to win $1,000. You know, it happens 5 times a day. The Cash Kitty here on Q105. Whoa, son! There it is. There's the Cash Kitty. Look at that. I'll scratch your face off. But also give you the money. So
might need a rabies shot, but we'll also give you the money.
So weird.
Or cat scratch fever. Is that real?
Oh yeah, it is.
That whole who did that song? Cat Stevens, was it?
No, it wasn't Cat Stevens.
Ted Nugent. Cat scratch fever. Thank you, Ted Nugent. So in 1 hour, we'll roll out the first code word of the day, and of course, you text that to our special number, and someone's going to win $1,000 in an hour. And then it happens at 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3, and 5. So you want to listen to Q105 all day long, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 for the Cash Kitty to make an appearance, and then your shot to just text in a simple word. I mean, it takes you 2 seconds. You text in a word to a special text number, and then boom, you could win $1,000. 5 times a day, and we're doing this for weeks and weeks and weeks here on Q105. Stand by. All right, so there is a breakfast item. I mean, listen, people eat this at different times of the day, but primarily you think of this as a breakfast item that is under attack.
What are you going to bacon? Every time, bacon under attack?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you have to say that with such disgust?
No, but bacon is like the most attacked breakfast food in the history of breakfast food.
Yeah, because ultimately
It's delicious, right? Yes.
Bacon is delicious, but listen, in moderation. You don't want to eat bacon, for every meal every day. I don't think you want bacon for breakfast every single day.
I see what Fester's saying though. Bacon is like bacon eaters have become like cigarette smokers. Like, go stand over there. Don't blow that smoke at me.
Well, listen, the deal with bacon, it's a cured meat item with nitrites, right? And,
yeah.
Listen, the bottom line is that, you can enjoy most things, in moderation, other than like crack and heroin. But listen,
That's why you say most things.
No, I'm not going to. That would be too easy.
Okay, I don't know.
I love bacon, by the way.
Okay,
I love bacon as well.
But it's not what you have.
For me, there's nothing like a crispy, crunchy piece of bacon that's prepared underneath a bacon iron, one of those bacon weights. All
right, I'm sorry, it's not bacon. When you said breakfast item, I thought it was that.
It's not bacon. That would be too freaking easy.
Okay. Captain Crunch.
No.
Okay.
Although I love Captain Crunch, but it rips up the skin on the roof of your mouth. And I've called, since I was a kid, I called that Captain Crunch roof rip. Where it rips the skin off the roof of your mouth. You know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like when you eat hot pizza and you're like, and you burn your tongue, or you get the skin flapping from the back of your gums. You know what I'm talking about in the back? Does that ever happen to you?
It's happened.
Yeah. It's like the upper, it's the upper inside gums in the back that if you eat hot pizza, the hot cheese is like molten lava. It'll burn it's like skin's hanging,
right,
like some kind of horror flick.
Bacon's not under attack. Pizza's not under attack.
No.
Or Captain Crunch.
Here is the breakfast item that is under attack, and some doctors are calling this BS. There is a cardiologist from Arizona, and his name is Dr. Jack Wolfson, not to be confused with Myra. So Dr. Jack Wolfson, he is attacking oatmeal.
Huh?
Yeah. So listen to this. Dr. Jack Wolfson, and some of you could be eating oatmeal right now, or you had oatmeal for breakfast, or you're getting ready to have oatmeal for breakfast. So this guy's a cardiologist, and he's on social media. He shot videos, and this dude is just slamming and attacking oatmeal, saying that oatmeal has no nutritional value, and it's all oatmeal propaganda. What the hell?
Wow. I mean, that's weird. I've always thought oatmeal is something that kind of fills you up, calms your blood sugar down, gives you some sustenance, like, sticks to your ribs kind of dish, right?
So Dr. Jack Wolfson calls himself the natural heart doctor on social media, and he's got videos online. He's got millions of views, but other doctors are attacking this guy, saying, shut your pie hole, because you have no idea what you're talking about, that oatmeal does have benefits. Some years ago, maybe 15 years ago or so, Quaker Oats, remember they started calling their product heart healthy because there was some kind of research that if you ate oatmeal regularly, it would reduce cholesterol.
Yeah.
So it became a heart healthy product. In fact, I think if you look at the package of like Quaker Oats oatmeal, don't they have like a little red heart on there? Don't they claim, heart healthy food like right on the labeling?
Yeah, because there's no bacon grease in oatmeal.
Unfortunately.
Oh, you know what?
That would be
if
good.
you drizzle some bacon grease and oatmeal, that might be pretty good. Yeah, look, Fester's got a canister of old-fashioned Quaker Oats, and it's got a big red heart on the front. And it says oatmeal can help reduce cholesterol. But this Dr. Wolfson out in Arizona says that we're being sold a load of excrement here.
I think Dr. Wolfson needs to find a bigger villain like, fried Twinkies to go after.
That's too easy.
Here's what he says. As a cardiologist, I never recommended eating oatmeal, certainly not every day, as many people are told to do so. He says, quote, our ancestors did not eat oatmeal, neither should you. But other doctors are attacking this dude. He's pissed off a lot of doctors. He says that oatmeal has no nutritional value, contains a lot of anti-nutrients, but doesn't give any examples. So, Fester, I asked you to Google oatmeal.
Right.
So I asked you to Google health benefits of oatmeal. So what happens when you what happened to the page? It was just there.
Well, then I went to the oatmeal package.
Sorry, you closed it
we
up?
have a thing called Google here.
You can open multiple tabs.
There's a lot of stuff here, but
You need a tutorial on computer usage like hourly.
maybe I'm not the guy for the computer position
maybe
on
not.
this show.
All right. Studies have shown, listen to this. This is from Google, from some website called Healthline, and it reads that studies have shown that oatmeal and oats have many health benefits, including weight loss, lower blood sugar levels, and a reduced risk of heart disease. Oats are among the healthiest grains on earth. They're a gluten-free whole grain and a great source of important vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. So what is this Arizona dude saying?
Where's he coming from?
I mean, what the?
You know what? He's looking for clicks.
I mean,
That's it. Let me say something really controversial.
yeah.
Go after the beloved oatmeal.
Let me give out bad medical advice for clicks. That's a real good model right there.
That's what he's doing.
What the hell?
Now, does it matter if it's like the instant oatmeals or like the one that takes like 10 minutes to cook?
All right. So, you know what? When I eat oatmeal, I eat the, what is it called?
Steel cut?
No. But steel cut oatmeal's good. I buy oatmeal. What's the crap that I eat? It's bran. I eat oat bran. So oat bran is like even healthier than regular oatmeal.
Oh, not according to Dr. Wolfson. Oh, no, sir.
Yeah. All right, moving along, and this is a bizarre story. This involves a high school band director that was tased by the police. Now, what does it take to get tased as a high school band director by the cops? Apparently, not stopping your band from playing after a high school football game. So the cops are trying to clear out the stadium after a high school football game. The band director won't stop playing. He won't stop directing his band. So the cops, they tase him.
Yeesh.
I mean, this is like, hold on. Did I hear MJ right? A high school band director where the band is playing a whole stable of band favorites at a football game? The dude is tased because the band won't stop playing when they're trying to exit everybody from the stadium? Yeah, you heard me right. This happened in Alabama, and a high school band director was tased on the football field late last week. He refused to stop playing, according to police. Johnny Mims from Minor High School was charged with disorderly conduct, harassment, resisting arrest, and encouraging his teenage high school band to continue playing long after the game ended. He kept conducting the band, and they wouldn't stop. And the cops are like, stop. So I can imagine it's probably like, they just won't stop. they won't stop playing. Oh, this is a high school band favorite, man. Yeah, little Louie. So, police were trying to clear out the Jackson Olin High School Stadium after the Miners had walloped the Mustangs by a score of 27-0. When they noticed that both school bands were still playing, according to the Birmingham Police Department.
A little battle of the bands.
In Alabama. The home team gladly left after cops said, please stop playing. But the visiting team would not stop playing. The band, Mr. Mims, the band director, kept his band playing even when the cops said, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. All right, so they wrap up. Is that it? Are they done? No! And then they played. Then they went into the theme song from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I just asked Andrew, pull a whole bunch of like high school band YouTube audio clips.
These are some good bands. I don't know where you got them from, Andrew, but these are good.
Wait a second. And then this is what really pissed the cops off. You know what this is? Yeah, they started playing Baby Shark. Yeah, that's what really pissed them off.
So when I first saw this story, I was on the side of the band director. But now that I'm hearing more details, at what point do you stop? How many times do the cops have to ask?
Oh, my God. Can you imagine that? It's 7:14 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, we do an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show is moments away. You hear about the hazard that the Amazon delivery driver came across right here in Florida? That's coming up in just a bit. Roxanne, I want you to try some face yoga coming up in minutes. Also, the McDonald's food hack that's only available for a couple of minutes every day. Is this true? Will they do this for you? All right, this is really interesting, and we ought to try it. A McDonald's food hack available for a couple of minutes every day? There's only like a couple of minute window here. So what the heck am I talking about? Hang on, it's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. 105. I'm sorry. My wife is picking on me this morning. Michelle has sent me numerous texts that I need to stop picking my face on MJTV. I'm not picking my face.
See,
What even did you do some meth this morning and now you're just like picking?
Yeah.
Are you going to go through the light switches next?
I got all kinds of scabs all over my face from my heavy meth usage.
see, we're on this
My
MJTV.
God,
It's
yeah.
live on YouTube every morning. Thousands of people watch, but during commercial breaks, they kind of just gray out the screen. There's no audio, and it's still you behind the mic.
Because I don't move. The whole crew, I don't know where the hell you guys go. You guys go on a mini vacation on every commercial break.
We do. It's vacation.
I'm standing here the entire time prepping the show for the hours of hot entertainment to come. And Michelle texts me, yes, I'm watching you. So she puts on MJTV and the big bedroom TV that we have up in the master. Why do you look angry? Stop picking stuff out of your ear.
I mean, the thing is, I've watched the YouTube feed of our morning show, and a lot of times during the commercial breaks, I'm like, what is he doing? And you're flailing your hands, or you're scratching your head, or something. Or
there is something that happened to Michelle
yes.
last weekend that I did not bring up yet because I wanted to see what the resolution was going to be. And I do have a resolution. Something really, really strange happened while we were up in Virginia Beach over the weekend for a little weekend getaway back to our hometowns where I met Michelle in the spring. Actually, I met her in March, so it would have been, well, it could have been spring because, spring generally starts, like March 21st or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right? So I met Michelle in March of 1988 in Virginia Beach. And we went back to Virginia Beach, just kind of hit some of our favorite food spots. And, Michelle's grandparents are buried there. We reminisced. We went to our old houses, the old neighborhoods. But something really bizarre happened to Michelle. And it's a little gross.
Oh.
And I'll tell the story in just a matter of minutes. I've teased a lot of items. We got to get Fester's daughter on the phone. Fester asks me yesterday. Fester calls me up and says, do you feed your dogs cheese? I'm like, what? Fester, out of nowhere, Fester calls me. I see the phone ring, 813-310-8444. Dominic Siciliano, which
it's
is
me.
Yeah, Fester's real name.
You have me in your phone under my government name?
It comes up as Dominic Siciliano.
My name is Fester.
It does.
I've used MJ.
So, and then Fester says, hey, got a question for you. Do your dogs eat cheese? I'm like, what the?
I didn't say do your dogs eat cheese.
Yes, you did.
I said, do you feed your dogs cheese?
Oh, yeah, big difference there.
Well,
All right,
it's kind
whatever.
of a big difference.
All right.
Semantics matter.
All right, hold up. We'll explain why in just a minute. First, though, I teased this McDonald's food hack item, and we need to find out if this is real or if this is fake. Every fast food restaurant seems to have some secret menu. It really got popularized with the In-N-Out burger chain out in California where they started. And for decades, the so-called secret menu, animal style, and just different ways you can order your burger. Secret menu, and a lot of places have the so-called secret menu. It's a way to build a fan base and, have kind of a club of fans. So this dude on social media, he claims that there is a secret McDonald's food item called the McBrunch burger.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to hear about this.
And it's only available for a couple of minutes. The window.
Wow.
The come to my window. Is that whose song is that? Is that Melissa Etheridge,
yes.
right? Yeah. Come to my drive-through window. So the window. Oh, what are you laughing at?
I just thought of a joke I can't say on the air.
What?
About Melissa Etheridge
Oh,
and the song.
all right, we
and
stop.
Coming to her window.
Yeah, stop.
All right,
Yeah, stop. All right. So allegedly, and we got to test this out. There is a window at around 10:30 to 10:35 where you can get the McBrunch burger if you ask for it.
Ooh.
And what it is, and I don't know if they're going to build this for you or if you have to build it yourself by ordering the different items. But what the McBrunch burger is, you have 2 sesame seed buns, 2 cheeseburger patties, bacon, eggs, like, the egg that you get on an Egg McMuffin.
Well, is it the Egg McMuffin egg, or is it yellow egg, just plain yellow scrambled slab, or is it the
round
white
egg.
with the round in the? Okay.
The picture that I have here, it looks like the Egg McMuffin egg, which is cooked in that round mold, where it's a real egg, but it's just in the round mold to fit the English muffin. And so you have the egg white, and then the yolk is in the middle of the Egg McMuffin egg. So it's 2 cheeseburger patties, bacon, eggs, and then a hash brown, all on the sesame seed bun. So the theory here is that breakfast at McDonald's ends at 10:30, and then they switch over to the lunch menu, which I always thought that was a little too early. I always thought they ought to switch over at like 11:15.
Yeah, especially on the weekends, right?
I thought there was a day, or I don't know if they still do this, but there was a time where McDonald's went on the weekends. They went longer on either Saturday or Sunday. The breakfast lasted like a little longer.
I feel like it varies by McDonald's too. Like I think there are some that'll serve a little bit later.
So according to the Google, 10:30 during the week.
Yep.
Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
All right. So maybe, all right, is that standard across the country?
According to the Google.
Andrew's giving me thumbs up on that.
Yes.
All right. So I guess it is both days.
He's a big McDonald's guy.
Hold on. Yes, Andrew. Go ahead. What am I doing here? Oh,
No, it's saying you have a phone call.
Oh, Andrew wants us to take phone calls. All right. Tell phones I'll be right there. So, Festa, we ought to try this out and go to McDonald's at 10:30 on the food switchover from breakfast to lunch and see if we can make the McBrunch burger. So you order the McBrunch burger at I don't think they know the name. Like if you went to the McDonald's literally right down the street here on 4th Street in St. Pete, near our studios, you said, yeah, I'll take the McBrunch burger.
They're going to say, where the hell do you think you are? We don't have the McBrunch burger. But you have to order a hash brown, you have to order an Egg McMuffin, and you order a cheeseburger?
So I don't think this guy makes it clear.
Well, it's double. Did they say it was double?
Double cheeseburger. But will they build this for you, or do you have to order all the items separately and then make your own McDonald's McBrunch burger? But the deal is you get the eggs, the bacon, and the hash browns from the breakfast, and then right when they switch over to lunch, you order the cheeseburgers, and then you stack this whole thing up for the McBrunch burger. We ought to test this out. Festa, why don't you do that today? Why don't you, go order the McBrunch? You ought to take Buck. Take Buck, the video guy. Let's shoot a video on this. Let's see if we can make our very own McBrunch burger.
You want me to tell you my favorite breakfast that's not on the menu at McDonald's?
Yes.
Okay, this is so good.
Yep.
I've always been a big fan of the sausage egg McMuffin, and I love the insides because I do prefer the round egg to the yellow one, right?
You can order that anytime, by the way.
Well, if you order the big breakfast or whatever they call it now, that's typically the yellow scrambled eggs, whereas the Egg McMuffin egg is a circular egg that's cooked to fit the English muffin.
Okay, on the biscuits, however, the biscuits, they do the yellow egg, and I don't like the yellow egg, so I always order the sausage egg McMuffin
with the egg
with
McMuffin.
a biscuit. With a biscuit.
Gotcha.
It's delicious. And then I order a hash brown and I put the hash brown on that.
All right. So at
it's
McDonald's,
amazing.
Seemingly there are 3 different egg styles at McDonald's. It's the round Egg McMuffin egg. It's the scrambled eggs that you get on that big breakfast.
Right.
And then it's the folded over yellow egg, typically on an egg on an egg and cheese or egg
biscuit.
and biscuit.
I don't like the yellow folded egg, so then I do the insides of the McMuffin.
So you want the egg McMuffin egg on the biscuit.
You can say
so good.
Say sub round egg.
There you go.
Boom.
Wow, look at that. Look at you. You're hacking up the menu good over there.
Dude, I'm on a site that has all these McDonald's secret menu stuff, and it has the land, sea, and air burger.
I want the Big Mac McFlurry. You just take a Big Mac and shove it in the McFlurry machine.
They have
That's
that.
what.
I think this site is pretty much just about people who like to eat a lot and they really want 2 sandwiches and then they just smash them together and call it something fancy and say it's on the secret menu.
Some of this stuff isn't very creative, like the pie McFlurry. You just jam a pie in the McFlurry.
God, that's disgusting.
Sounds good.
All right, so no, that's not bad.
Yeah,
like an apple pie and the vanilla ice cream. Oh, that's not bad. All right, so we got to call Hadley now. Hadley is Fester's. Hang on a second. Oh, there's a phone call. Hang on a minute. Let me grab the phone call. How much longer are they in the car, Fester?
A couple minutes. You got time.
It's Catherine. All right, Catherine on line 5. Hi, Catherine. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. My daughter's been a manager at McDonald's for the last 5 years, and we just asked her, and she said she's never heard of that sandwich.
Yeah, see, that's why I wanted to test it. So you just asked her, a McDonald's man. Where's her McDonald's? What town?
I'm at Gun Bicycles High School.
Oh, okay. So Hillsborough County, Tampa area. And she's never heard of the McBrunch sandwich.
Correct.
All right. So, Fester, this is going to be interesting to see if you can, if this is just some kind of social media, clickbait crap that someone's just creating content out of their butt.
I mean, I'm sure.
Versus being able to really put together the McBrunch sandwich. Hey, Catherine, I really appreciate the call and being an active listener of the MJ Morning Show.
Have a great day.
You too. Thanks. All right, so Fester calls me yesterday, and out of the blue, how did you phrase it, Fester?
Hey, do you feed your dogs cheese? Like when you're cooking or when you go into the refrigerator, you're using cheese to cook. Do you break off a piece for the dog?
And I answered affirmatively. Yes, my dogs love cheese. They love, my dogs, any crinkly wrapper deal, man, they come running. So if I go to the fridge and I have, we've got a pound of Boar's Head, whole milk white American.
Yes.
In our deli drawer in the fridge. So, we've had numerous cheeses. Listen, I got a block of Locatelli, Pecorino, Romano for the cacio e pepe that I make. If I don't have Sardo Pecorino handy, we'll keep typically a pound of Boar's Head White American. We'll have the phenomenal Sartori Wisconsin Parmesan award-winning baby. So yes, we've got a cheese drawer, and especially with the what are you mumbly laughing at me over here?
I'm silently mocking the specificity.
Oh my God!
I can't say that word.
Specificity.
That word of your cheese drawer. You don't have any Velveeta in there?
Oh, God,
no Kraft singles.
Hold on. Gross. Velveeta.
The dogs would love it. All right, so
just gelatinous orange sludge. What the hell is that crap anyway? Velveeta.
So you answered affirmatively. Yes, you feed your dogs cheese.
All right, so we got to call your daughter because. All right, so Fester then after he asks me if I feed my dogs cheese, Fester then sends me this video.
Hey, Uncle MJ, I know when it comes to the government, you pay your taxes, but when it comes to your dogs, do you pay the cheese tax? The cheese tax, the cheese tax. You gotta pay the cheese tax every time you're cooking. When that cheese comes out, the tablet comes a looking. The cheese is the cheese, and the tax is the tax. And when that cheese drawer opens, you gotta pay the tax.
There's a song that she's singing around the house incessantly called Cheese Tax.
Fester, I know that tricks are for kids, but get her off the sugar cereals, would you please? All right,
she's on, boy. 24 hours a day.
Hey, let me try to get Hadley. There's something called the cheese tax. 813-62. All right, calling Allison's cell phone. Allison Fester's wife. Should be driving the kids to school.
Shut the radio off.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Hadley?
Yeah.
So, yes, Hadley, I give my dogs cheese, and whenever I'm pulling a piece of cheese out of the crinkly Publix Boar's Head plastic bag, the dogs come running, and they sit and they beg for a little piece of cheese. So, yes, I give my dogs cheese occasionally.
Wow, your dogs are pretty bougie.
Right? With that Pecorino cheese for them.
No, it's not. It's Pecorino.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not Pecorino.
So, Hadley, MJ.
Pecorino is what you do with your nose all morning long.
So, Hadley, Uncle MJ.
Guys, on that Pecorino cheese.
No, it's Pecorino, Hadley. Say it right.
So, Hadley.
Pecorino, same thing.
All right, so Daddy Fester sent me a link to the cheese tax song. Now, when did you become aware of the cheese tax that dogs demand?
A few months ago.
A few months ago. All right, so Are you happy that my dogs like cheese and I give them cheese, which I guess means that I do pay the cheese tax, right?
Yes.
All right, Hadley, let me play the song that you had your dad send me.
The cheese tax, the cheese tax. You gotta pay the cheese tax every time you're cooking. When the cheese comes out, this puppy comes looking. The rules are the rules and the facts are the facts. And when the cheese drawer opens, you gotta pay the tax. The cheese tax, the cheese tax.
Kinda cute.
Hand it over quick or things might get ugly. I can get really loud, I'm a really barky puppy. I'm not just asking cause I'm looking for snacks. This is real important business and you gotta pay the tax. The cheese tax, the cheese tax, the cheese tax. Cheddar is acceptable and Parmesan is fine, but a little bit of Gouda would really blow my mind. There's no escaping, so don't try to dodge. Pay the dairy tariff, the collection of fromage. The cheese tax, the cheese tax, the cheese tax. Cheese tax. Cheese.
All right, so, Hadley, I got to know, how did you become aware of this cheese tax song?
YouTube.
So,
Was somebody playing it at school?
Yeah,
Or did you just come across it?
yeah, how did you find this? Or were they talking about this at school?
I heard it on YouTube.
We got that.
Yeah, but how'd you stumble across it?
I think another one of those kettles told me about it.
Oh, Kettle. Oh,
That's right, girl.
Oh, they're making up Roxanne's
That's right.
fake friend names again.
One of Hadley's
All right.
friends at schools brought up the cheese tax. Okay.
Anyway, Hadley, I thought that the song was very cute and clever, and it's catchy, and that damn thing's going to be in my head all day long now. I won't be able to shake that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Hadley. Hey, have a great day at school.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. You're a funny little girl, I'll tell you that.
She's on.
Yes.
She is
Yeah.
on it.
Very precocious, and she has got a smoking good personality. But you already know that.
I've been told. I don't know
Yeah.
where she gets it from.
Where could she get it from?
All right. Couple of things here. Let me just roll through a couple of things quickly, and then the odd thing, well, kind of gross thing that happened to Michelle in Virginia Beach in the hotel over the weekend. And I have a resolution, so I'll explain what happened. And I'd love to hear whether you guys think this is enough for what happened. So that's coming up in just a minute. Did you see the Amazon delivery driver here in Florida that was bitten by a freaking rattlesnake?
Oh, I saw that. That's terrifying.
Oh, my-
Where was that? In Marion County or something? South, right?
My God. It happened in Martin County.
Martin County.
Yeah, Martin. Do you know where Martin County is?
I have no clue.
So Martin
I obviously don't know where Marion County is either
Yeah.
because I just said south and it's north.
Yeah, Marion County is north.
So I never did traffic.
You know, kind of.
Roxanne would give wrong county
I'd be
traffic.
messing up my southbound directions and northbound directions.
So Martin County is to the east of us, like a little southeast. Martin County is the county directly above
No clue.
Palm Beach County.
Okay.
She doesn't know her county map.
So if we look at the east coast of Florida, you have Miami-Dade, then you have Broward, then you have Palm Beach County, then above Palm Beach you've got Martin County, then above Martin you've got St. Lucie. I'll stop right there. So Martin County, Palm City is where this happened. An Amazon driver is in serious condition after being bitten by a massive rattlesnake while delivering a package. This is terrible. Happened on Monday. Unidentified female Amazon driver was dropping off this package at a home in Palm City,
Oh, no.
which is just north of Palm Beach County in Martin County. And she didn't see the giant eastern diamondback rattlesnake on the front porch, and the damn thing lunged at her. I'm sure there was probably a... and then...
that part was you.
Yeah, that was my mouth noise. I was just simulating what a or maybe that's a black mamba sound like out of Kill Bill or something. But... the driver walked to the door, put the package down, and was struck by the snake in the back of her leg.
Oh, man.
Just above the knee. This is terrible. I mean, who the hell would think that an eastern diamondback rattlesnake, a massive example, would be on someone's front porch.
Right?
Now, what if the person who is getting the package was ordering antivenom?
Technically, I don't mean to be a stickler here, but it's anti-venin. Yeah,
okay.
Anti-venin.
You don't mean to be a stickler. But
So, did you guys, you want to hear some fun snake facts?
Of course we do.
Please.
Yes.
So, there are basically 4 overall types of venomous snakes found in the United States, and we have all of them in the state of Florida.
Okay, can you list those, please?
Rattlesnakes.
Yep.
Yes, check.
Yeah.
Copperheads.
Yep.
Water moccasins, often called cottonmouths.
Yep.
And coral snakes. You can find all of them here in the state of Florida.
Yeah, the coral snake is really a good-looking snake, too. Like the banded colors and everything.
Yeah, what's the little, there's a little poem about it. Red and yellow, friendly fellow.
Yeah,
what is it? How does it go
Yeah,
again?
there's a little saying about...
Black and red, you're
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Coral snake poem. I don't know what the...
It is red on black, safe for Jack. Red on yellow, kills a fellow.
There you go. Yeah, it's cute little nursery rhyme to tell your...
You have to tell yourself that when the snake is right. Just stay away from it until you really, really figure it out.
So immediately after the bite from the rattlesnake, the Amazon delivery woman felt ill. She dialed 911, and then I think she collapsed. They were able to track the driver down through her cell phone's GPS to nail down a location. They were able to find her, and they took her immediately to a local hospital over in Martin County. That's like Stewart. You've heard of Stewart, Florida, so Stewart is Martin County as well. And, wow, they are dangerous, these diamondback rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was, I've always heard the stories. I've never seen one, but there was always the stories that I heard that in South Tampa, near the Gandy Bridge, there's an area called Rattlesnake Point. And there are, allegedly, the legends go that there were tons of rattlesnakes in South Tampa. Are they still there? I've been in South Tampa since 1994, and I've never seen, I've seen scorpions in South Tampa.
I just found out there were scorpions in Florida.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was just an Arizona thing.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. We had a scorpion at the old Clear Channel building.
Yeah.
Remember that? We had a scorpion there one time.
Who was putting the pins in the wall, pinning the scorpion to the wall on our board somewhere?
I do not remember.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, so they took the driver to the hospital, still hospitalized. But luckily, the hospital had the anti-venin, and hopefully it's going to make a recovery here. But that's nuts. That's crazy.
So during the 1930s, the Interbay Peninsula of Tampa had so many eastern diamondback rattlesnakes that a portion of the town became known as Rattlesnake, Florida.
Yeah.
Near the Gandy
Boulevard.
Boulevard.
Area near Gandy Boulevard and West Shore in Old Tampa Bay was almost entirely comprised of pine and palmetto thickets, making it the perfect breeding ground for the once common eastern diamondback rattlesnake. So I don't know, when's the last time a rattlesnake was spotted in South Tampa near Gandy and West Shore? Just out of curiosity. All right, now, speaking of additional creepy crawlies, so we'll go from the rattlesnake to what happened to Michelle. We're at a hotel in Virginia Beach because Michelle and I flew up on Friday. We're sleeping on Saturday night into Sunday morning. We had to get up on Sunday morning to catch an early flight back to Tampa. And that's the one on Breeze Airways where we had the landing gear problem upon landing, and we couldn't taxi to the gate, and they had to tow us into the gate. But listen, overall, my experience with Breeze was great. And yes, I would fly Breeze again. I did enjoy Breeze. Just a little technical issue upon landing in Tampa. All right, so Saturday night into Sunday morning, Michelle wakes up. There's a roach crawling across her face.
What?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh, that just gave me
That's so disgusting.
You know who had that happen to them? I think, who was it?
Kettle?
No, I think there's Who was it? I just read a story about a big entertainer who had that happen when they were a kid, and it traumatized him.
Yeah, so Michelle's sleeping. Obviously, she's touching her face. Something's on her face. She wakes up. There's a roach crawling across her face. She flings it onto the headboard. We turn the lights on because she's like, oh, my God. She's, obviously pretty upset. She's like, oh, my. So flings the roach onto the headboard. The headboard then has the roach on it. We turn the lights on. So we put the nightstand lights on. We see the roach now on the headboard. It crawls off the headboard onto the wall. Anyway, I took pictures. I have video of this. I don't have the roach on Michelle's face because she'd already flung it off. And, listen, that's pretty traumatizing to have a roach. It's like, Michelle's in, and I understand that.
Absolutely.
That's gross.
It's the last thing you expect.
But you know what? How many bugs are crawling on you in the middle of the night?
I'm sure it's a lot more common than
people think.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're on the 8th floor of this hotel in Virginia Beach, and a roach is on Michelle's face. She flings it off onto the headboard. Then it crawls off the headboard onto the wall. I've got pictures. I got video. So when we check out a couple hours later, because we left pretty early, I go down to the front desk, and Donnie's there. Donnie's got a little name tag. I'm like, Donnie, we got a problem.
Do we ever?
I said, Donnie, and Michelle's, sitting behind me. There's a little bench behind the front desk. So Michelle's sitting there with our luggage. We're getting ready to, drive the rental car back to Norfolk International Airport to catch the Breeze flight back to Tampa.
Does she have like that jilted look on her face?
Oh, but she's still, still white as a ghost and just like, ugh. I'm like, hey, Donnie, we got a problem. And, yes, sir, what's that? Well, a roach was crawling across my wife's face this morning. And she's like, ooh, he's like, ooh, that's not good. I'm like, no, Donnie, that's not good.
You know what, Donnie, you're
That's
right.
a good observation there. That's a good management decision.
Good thing it didn't go in her ear.
And
Like larva.
well,
Or just get stuck in there.
well, that's happened before
Yes.
where people have had like roaches crawl or bugs, spiders crawl into their ear canal during the middle of the night. Now, I don't want to give people nightmares here. So I'm like, Donnie, what are we going to do about the roach crawling across my wife's face last night? Well, I can offer you 10,000 points. I'm like,
Are you a member of like the club of this hotel?
Yeah. So the particular, I'm not going to say the hotel name. I'm not gonna roll them out here.
Just call it Roach Motel.
Yeah.
Except you check out.
Where MJ checks in, but he doesn't check out.
So let me ask you: is 10,000? I don't know how this rewards program works. Is 10,000 points a lot of points?
Right.
A reasonable amount? Not that much.
In this particular program, I think you typically need about 60,000 points for a free night.
Oh,
yeah. So it's not that good. I'm like, Donnie, Donnie, I don't think the 60,000. I don't think the 10,000 points. I don't think that's going to be good enough. He said, well, sir, I apologize for what happened, but that's all that I'm authorized to do.
Ooh.
I'm like, well, Donnie, when does the manager get in?
Yeah.
Oh, he should be here about 8 o'clock. We're going to be on an airplane flying away. I said, let's leave a note for the manager. Here's my cell number. I have good status in this particular hotel chain with their loyalty program. So the manager doesn't call me. I don't hear anything on Sunday. So I call back. Oh no, the general manager or the assistant not in today, but they're back on Monday. So I call back on Monday. I leave a voicemail, and I didn't get a call back.
Now you told him you're a Roach Motel Rewards member.
Yes,
right?
I did.
Okay, all
yeah,
right,
I'm the highest level in this particular.
What is like the highest level? Is like what, the brown card or something?
I'm a diamond member, okay, buddy?
Ooh, la, la.
I'm a diamond member of this loyalty program. So finally, I get a hold of the assistant general manager yesterday, and they comped the night. So we were there Friday and Saturday, and I paid for Friday, but they comped the $224 for the room on Saturday night. So do you think, should there be more, or is that adequate compensation for a roach crawling across Michelle's face?
It's hard to put a price on that. I did just find the person who I was thinking of. It was Sean Combs. He had 15 roaches on his face.
Sean Combs, like Puff Daddy?
Puff Daddy, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he told a story, and people call him out and say it's BS, but he said that there were 15 roaches crawling on his face when he was a kid in his room.
Okay.
Really?
I'm shocked at this information.
He wasn't staying at the third fanciest hotel in Virginia Beach.
That's Sean Combs right there.
I'm shocked at this information.
Yeah.
So, you know, it
do you
sounds
think
like
it's enough to comp the night? Is that, we ought to go grab a couple of calls on this. Let's go to the MJ Morning Show customer service hotline. Also, folks, it's 7:56. We're minutes away from the Cash Kitty, and the new code word, the new special word is minutes away. And you could win $1,000. It's the 8 o'clock coming up. And, of course, there's 10, noon, 3, and 5 p.m. Your chance to win your share of $5,000 every single day here on the Q105 Cash Kitty Express. Let me go to phones on this. Do you think that a roach crawling across Michelle's face in a hotel on Saturday night in Virginia Beach is the night comped? Credit on my American Express card. Is that worthy compensation? 800-990-1047. Let's go. Fire up the phones. I'm just going to grab a couple of calls. This is not going to be a 10-minute call segment because I got to move on.
The roach lines are out of control today.
Really?
With people who've had roaches crawl in their ear, on their face. People are saying, please stop saying the word roach. Just call it a bug. People are saying I had a palmetto bug on me. It's like you can tell those who've been in counseling over it because they've reframed it and they're saying palmetto bug rather than roach.
Now, the roach in Virginia Beach, it was like a much smaller, it was like maybe a German cockroach versus the giant ones, the big, huge palmetto bugs, whatever the hell we get here in Florida. All right, let's go to phones. The comped night, was that enough compensation? Or, listen, anyone that's texting Roxanne, call us with your story. 800-990-1047. But initially, I just want to know, was the night being comped, was that adequate compensation or should there be more? 800-990-1047. Let me grab Nadine in Valrico. Nadine, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing well. What do you think?
Well, as another Diamond member, because I'm assuming which one you are, I would have suggested to call the Diamond member hotline, and they would have been able to help you more. I had a similar situation in a hotel, and they not just comped me for my room, they gave me 100,000 points.
Holy crap. So are you saying that I left compensation on the table by not calling the Diamond line?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so hold on. You got 100,000 points for what? What happened to you?
So I ended up having bed bugs in the room.
Oh, my God.
It was horrifying. And so, yeah.
Did you end up bringing the bed bugs home, or you quarantined your luggage on the way home?
No, I definitely quarantined the luggage. Because I'm a Diamond member, I travel a lot.
Yep.
And so I know what to look for. I always pull up the bed to look for things.
Yeah, you're supposed to look behind the headboard in the bed for like bed bug feces or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why all hotels have white sheets. It's there for a purpose.
Yeah.
So they can see if there's...
All right, so what do you get? You got 100,000 points and what else?
Mm-hmm. A compensation for my stay.
Gotcha. Wow.
So it doesn't sound like... Well, you got the points and the compensation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she got points and so I might have been able to get points as well. We'll see. Maybe I'll call the Diamond hotline. Hey, Nadine, did you ever hear the story about good friends of ours and the bed bug issue?
I don't.
So this is a quick 30-second story. Good friends of ours, we were actually with them on vacation, and apparently their room had bed bugs, and they were all bitten up. And when they went home, they did what you're supposed to do and leave the luggage in the garage, not bring the luggage into the house. And the wife forgot the luggage was behind the vehicle in the garage, backed out over the luggage. The luggage got lodged underneath their Toyota Land Cruiser, and she's driving down the road with their luggage under the car, just scraping,
oh my goodness,
wore the luggage down to nubs with all the clothes inside. I think it was scattered all over like Davis Islands Boulevard and everything. Nadine, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Hey,
by the way, you're a Diamond member of the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, you are, Nadine.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Quick bed bug story that'll only take 30 seconds here. Happened to me. Took my daughter to a hotel. She was itching all night. And then I was certain that the hotel had bed bugs, and I called, and I just was so angry. And I was like, I had my baby there. Da, da, da. She's probably 1 or 2 years old.
Yep.
And comes to find out, she had a hand, foot, and mouth.
Oh, my God. That's awful. Oh, my. Oh, look. All right, if you're on hold, hang on. I'll grab some more calls in a minute. But first, that's the Cash Kitty. The Cash Kitty gets very aggravated if I get late here. All right, it's 8:01.
Sounds like Cash Kitty has bed bugs.
So here we go. It's time for this hour's code word. It's the Cash Kitty contest. You're shot at $1,000 right now. This hour's word is label. Label. The word is label. Text that nationwide to 45911 before quarter after for your shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myQ105.com. The Cash Kitty's on. So that's the 8 o'clock word. Don't forget 10, noon, 3, and 5 p.m. today. So right after the show, Roxanne's got another Cash Kitty code word for $1,000 at 10 a.m. But that's the word right now. It's label, Label. Text it to 45911 to our nationwide text line, and good luck. Let me grab Bob in Tampa. Bob is a hotel worker. Bob, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Bob, go ahead. You're on.
First of all, you lowballed yourself. You could have got a lot more than that. You got a road to traumatic incident. They're gonna lowball you first, and then they're gonna.
Well, they lowballed me with the 10,000 points first, and then I said no, that's not quite going to cut it. So then, I worked them up to the free stay, and it was a $224 rate on Saturday night.
Your wife had a xenomorph on her face. You got that's a free night, right there.
Right, no. So we got the free night. So wait, how did I lowball if I got a free night?
I would have gone a late 60,000 more points to another free stay.
Oh wow! All right. So you think I could have gotten Friday and Saturday night comp both nights?
Definitely.
All right, Bob. Thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it.
Wow.
I'm not typically one to lowball myself either. So
I mean, a free night. What more would you want than a free night?
I thought that was reasonable.
That sounds like the right compensation.
I have someone who just hit me on the text line who says her job is corporate guest assistance, and if you don't want to call the Diamond line, you can email her.
Oh, is she going to get me? By the way, being a Diamond member, it covers a whole bunch of different hotel brands in this particular chain.
I'll forward you her information.
Okay.
That's really nice of her.
Yeah, that's very nice. Maybe she'll get me 100,000 points or something. All right. Mike is in Tampa. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi. And really, Michelle deserves the points. I mean, she had the roach on her face. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. In fact, folks, we're broadcasting from the Hal Roach Studios this morning. All right, if you're a Little Rascals fan, you know what that means. All right, Mike, you're in Tampa. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't have an experience with a hotel, but I'm telling you, you should have had your whole weekend comp because it ruined your weekend. I had the experience in 1970. I was 5 years old. I'm now almost a 60-year-old man.
Yep.
And that roach landed in the middle of my forehead in the middle of the night, big flying cockroach, has devastated me to this day. I can tackle it. If a grown man comes in my house, masked, grown man in the middle of the night, it's me and him. I am not scared. But if a roach is in that bedroom, I'm leaving wife, kids, everybody in the house.
Mike,
he's pushing people out of the way like George Costanza on Seinfeld during the smoke in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
And I am not exaggerating. I do not, anything else I can have but a big flying cockroach. No, she may need counseling from this. You didn't do yourself any justice. You didn't get what you
Oh, man, I'm getting chastised.
Mike's not wrong.
I left cash on the dash. Mike, thanks for the call, buddy.
All right.
Hey, Mike, do you listen to us every morning?
Every morning. I got my wife on a bandwagon, too.
Hey, Mike, do me a favor. You and your wife, you tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show on 104.7, okay?
That's not too much to ask. I'd be glad to.
Thank you, Mike. Have a great day. And regards to your wife as well. We appreciate you listening. Yeah, I ask folks to tell 3 people a day. We call it MJ3 a day as we're trying to grow the audience massively with the return of the MJ Morning Show. So please, we ask you simply tell 3 people a day that you listen to the MJ Morning Show and that they need to give us a shot if they listen to something else. You know, when Calta goes to a long commercial break, tell them to check us out. They're going to stay because pound for pound, we're the best morning show in the Tampa Bay market, bottom line. So MJ 3 a day, tell 3 people a day that you listen to the MJ Morning Show. And also, you don't want to forget the 9 o'clock hour. You got to listen to the 9 o'clock hour. Our content is amazing. So if you're listening now in the 7 o'clock or now the 8 o'clock hour, make sure you do everything possible to listen to us in the 9 o'clock hour every single day here on Q105. All right, Andrew, just 3 more calls and I got to move on here. Mike is in Nashville, Tennessee. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. Let me speak to Flappy real quick.
Flappy doesn't work here.
Oh, I'm from the old school, buddy. I'm so glad you guys are back in there. Anyways, long story short, I took the family down to the outskirts of Atlanta last month to stay one of these extended stay hotels for 4 days. And the first night, these caterpillars just started crawling everywhere, and my son is stepping on them. I'm like, oh, my God, dude. The whole trip was going to be like 5-something. After everything was done, it only came out to like 120-something for 4 nights, so I was happy. But the bugs were insane, man.
Oh, that's disgusting. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. You know what? For those that know, you know where he said, let me speak to Flappy. And then I said, Flappy doesn't work here. I'm going to play a classic crotchety old man call. We haven't done one in a while.
Was that a convenience store?
No, it's the carpet calls.
Yeah.
Flappy doesn't work here. The carpet call. Oh, these are hysterical. If you haven't heard the crotchety old man carpet calls, I'll play. You know what? Let me take 2 more calls, and I'm going to play a crotchety old man classic with Flappy, and you'll understand exactly what he's talking about. Michelle's in Brandon. Hey, Michelle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, Michelle. Go ahead. You're on.
All right. So, first of all, with the bugs in the hotel, disgusting. You should own the hotel after that. For me, I moved from New York to South Florida.
No, I thought you moved from Brunswick, Georgia to Florida with your accent.
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
Forget about it. Anyway, I moved into this apartment and the lights are out and everything's good. All of a sudden, this slam comes on my chest. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Turn the effing light on.
Yeah.
There it is, a palmetto bug.
Yep.
Laying on my chest. First of all, who knew that cockroaches flew?
Oh, yeah. I told the story. I didn't know they flew. I had one fly at me in the garage in my house a couple of days. Like last week, I think I told the story.
Oh, I said, take me back to New York. I'd rather deal with the mice and the rats.
There you go. Michelle, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening. Tell 3 people a day you listen to the MJ Morning Show. All right, one more call, then I'm going to play some classic crotcheties here with Flappy. A little comic relief. Julie, Plant City, final call on this. Go ahead, Julie.
Hey, guys. I have a funny story for you guys. So we travel a lot, plan a lot of vacations. And we actually had stayed in one of the Universal resorts. And we stay there a lot. We used to have the passes, and when the kids were younger, we went a lot.
Yep.
And we had one time just a bunch of, spiders that were in the kitchen. And the kids were younger then. I didn't really want them to see them because then they would be freaked out and not want to stay. I'm a nurse, and they know that I'm a clean freak anyway. So I figured, oh my gosh, they're going to not want to stay. I've taught them this throughout their life. So when I called, literally all they did, and they usually have great customer service, all they did when we were out was pretty much just, spray, didn't really offer us anything. And there was 5 or 6 of them in the sink, which was kind of weird, so it kind of seems like a little infested. And so the next day, I spoke to the manager about it, and they tried to kind of lowball me too. And I'm not the type. My kids will tell me, "Oh, we're going to get a free stay out of this," because I don't I feel people should be calmed. I'm a nurse. We take care of people, and I feel like when you go, to any establishment like that, and you're paying money, that you should be taken care of.
Right.
So,
I'm guessing if you're a nurse, you probably have the white and purple canisters of that hospital-grade Sani cloth wipes all over your house.
oh, absolutely. My son even buys them for me. He just recently graduated college, and he's engaged to get married. But when he goes to the store and I'm out, he actually picks them up for me.
Gotcha. Hey, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Julie in Plant
Thanks.
City. All right, so as promised, the caller that said, let me speak to Flappy, and I said, Flappy doesn't work here. There are two quick carpet calls. These are crotchety old man classics. And if you don't know who Flappy is, well, here you go.
Good afternoon, carpet.
No, thank God you've answered. Let me speak to the idiot that sold me this carpet.
Who is this carpet?
What?
You want to talk with who?
The imbecile that sold me my carpet. I have carpet. I've got a defect. You put it in. I want it fixed in an hour.
What's your name, please?
Fludge Cow. Fludgecow. First name is Milton.
Uh-huh.
And it's all defective now. I think there's a manufacturer's defect, probably even a recall on the books. My kid Chauncey was playing with silly putty and jammed it in the carpet, and it won't come out.
Yeah, that should be like that, sir.
What?
Give me your name and number and your address.
My name is Fludge Cow.
Fludge
No, Fludge Cow. Fludgecow.
Uh-huh.
Repeat that to me, please.
I couldn't write it.
Why not?
Because you are talking too fast, sir. Could you spell it slowly, please?
Yes, I can.
Slowly.
F.
Uh-huh.
L. U.
Uh-huh.
D.
Uh-huh.
G.
G.
E.
E.
C.
C.
O.
O.
W.
And what is your invoice number?
What?
Invoice number.
I don't know. I discarded that long ago. I got a defect I want to replace immediately.
It doesn't work like that. I have to have your invoice number.
My invoice number is 4.
I don't have such invoice number, sir.
Well, I don't know my invoice number. All I'm telling you is I have a lifetime guarantee on my carpet.
No, we don't have such a thing, sir.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, sir, we don't.
No, you do.
Hello?
Yes, I think we accidentally got disconnected. My kid was playing with silly putty. It's like a clay, a toy, and it's all smashed up in the carpet. It's all pushed and ground and bashed in the carpet, and I can't get it out. So I went and I got some hedge clippers, and I cut the putty out of the carpet, and now I've got bald spots and burlap showing, and I want you to come out and replace it all under warranty.
There is no such a warranty for that kind of a thing.
What?
There is no what? Don't call us anymore.
Are you the bald idiot that sold me the carpet?
Get the hell out of here. Carpet.
Yes, I think we were accidentally disconnected.
No, it wasn't accidentally. I cut by purpose, and don't call damn it, okay? Carpet. May I help you, please?
Let me speak to Flappy.
Huh?
Let me speak to Flappy. That was my salesman.
We don't have Flappy here. You bought your carpet probably from carpet.
No, from Flappy at your place.
No, we don't have such a place here.
Yes, Flappy. He's the manager.
No, he doesn't. Flappy doesn't work here.
You're a liar. Flappy runs that place.
No, Flappy doesn't work here.
I want to speak to Flappy.
Flappy doesn't work here. Leave me alone, you damn it, okay?
So that was the first call. And then I waited like a couple of months. And then I called them back. So this one only lasted 2 minutes. I called them back a couple of months later, and here's the second call.
Good afternoon, carpet.
Oh, thank God you've answered. Is this the carpet?
Stop it and don't call me, you bastard. I'm sick and tired of you.
Do you remember me?
Yes, I do remember you, and shut up and don't call me anymore.
It's been months since we last spoke.
Yes, that is enough. Don't call me.
How did you know it was me?
Crazy man.
A few months back, we spoke because my son Chauncey smashed silly putty into the carpet.
Yeah, it's not my responsibility. Don't call me anymore, okay?
I wanted...
I have another line.
Well, listen, you... Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon, Cap.
Yes, let me speak to that guy that was yelling at me.
Hold on, please.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, you were very rude to me again. I thought maybe after 4 or 5 months you'd calm down and quit yelling at me.
Yeah, still I will yell at you.
After we last spoke and you rejected my claim on my carpet, I had a nervous breakdown and I just got out of the mental home. I had a lobotomy.
Okay.
To calm down my cravings, to maim and stab and be all angry and everything.
Don't call me.
Good afternoon, Cap.
Yes, let me speak to the other guy again real quick.
You can speak to him, sir. If you call one more time, I'm going to give you 2 cops.
What?
I'm going to sue you, my friend. This is a business.
I know.
You cannot call us, okay? If you call one more time, I am going to sue you for harassment.
Let me talk to the other guy.
You cannot talk to other guys, sir.
I want a job.
Huh?
I want to sell carpet. I'm starting today. I'm coming down to fill out the application.
Okay, come on, get the application.
All right.
Hello?
Crazy guy.
Now, let me speak to Flappy.
Don't call anymore. And don't call anymore. I'm sick and tired, okay?
So I'm trying to remember I bleeped out the carpet place. I don't even know if they're still in business because that's a long time ago. But they were in the Washington, D.C. area. So it was either Northern Virginia or Maryland where that place was.
Poor guy.
Flappy. What accents do they have? It's like they're putting together these crazy English sentences. I'm going to give you to cops. Do you mean to say you're going to call the cops? I'm going to give you to cops.
Listen, you knew what he meant.
I know. I did know what he meant, yes.
It's a good one.
Yeah, so the 2 carpet calls, that's why the caller said, let me speak to Flappy. Flappy doesn't work here.
Nope.
Anyway, a little crotchety old man throwback. Hey, it's a Throwback Wednesday here on the MJ Morning Show. Is anyone using that throwback? Yeah, let's co-op that.
Throwback Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Throwback Wednesday.
Not quite as alliterative.
Yeah, Throwback Wednesday here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, you want to hear a nightmare?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the parking garage collapse in Jacksonville?
No.
Yeah, it was like a hospital parking garage collapsed, and 100 cars are trapped indefinitely in the parking garage. People can't get their cars.
Oh.
What do you do? What if you have a lease? What if your car payments? What happens?
What if you have a lease?
I mean, I think
that's what you're wearing.
Yeah.
My lease. Oh no,
well, dude, you got to make your payment. Your car is stuck in a collapsed parking. Now, some cars I think got crushed, but a lot of cars they can't get them out. So I don't know. Are they gonna have to get like a big crane with like a cradle or a strap to like lift them up and take them out? This is nuts.
Parking garage and their insurance company is responsible for all that.
It happened in Jacksonville at the Ascension State Vincent's. I guess this is a hospital. A representative at the hospital that owns the garage refused to answer any questions. This was WJXT. TV station up in Jacksonville that was, I guess, inquiring. I mean, it's a big story up in Jacksonville.
That's awful.
Possible cause includes fastener failure, water damage, defective concrete installation initially, undersized rebar compared to the building's plans, excessive loads on the structure, and wind damage. How many things are they going to list as far as why the parking garage collapsed? You know, miraculously, nobody was like injured or killed. But I mean, this is like a multi-story parking garage. It's all buckled and collapsed. You've got cars. It looks like photos out of the Northridge earthquake in '94. I mean, it's crazy.
It's not like it's completely level to the ground, is it?
No, it like portions of this thing collapsed, but you've got over 100 cars that cannot be retrieved. You imagine that nightmare, Roxanne? Your car. You go to the hospital maybe to visit a friend. And, you can't get out because while you're upstairs in the hospital, the parking garage collapses and your car's trapped.
Yeah, and nightmare if you're in the parking garage when it happens.
I mean, you're at least in the right spot. I mean, there's a hospital right there.
Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Chief Keith Powers explained. Oh, Keith Powers. I wonder if he's related to Kenny Powers.
He's the more successful brother, yes.
Explained how firefighters sent in drones to survey the scene to make sure the structure would be even safe for them to enter. It wasn't, so members of the public, first responders, they scrambled to get the few people out. So people were trapped. They got them out. I mean, amazingly, nobody was hurt, but you got cars that are crushed and flipped over. And again, people can't get their cars out. This is Jacksonville at this hospital. What a mess. So the word is the cars are there indefinitely.
I mean, how do you get them out? You can't separate them from floor.
Can I hire Sims Crane? Can I say, hey, Sims Crane, can you go just crane my car out?
That only works if you're on the roof.
Yeah.
If you're on the third floor.
Yeah. So on the roof, yeah. But the cars that are trapped underneath there's no way to get these things out.
No way.
I wonder if they just have to demolish the building and the cars are just victims of circumstance.
Or
they're collateral damage.
Just move them out I don't know. Man, it sucks.
So it's not like some foreign story in Serbia or something. I mean, it's Jacksonville.
So would the hospital have to buy all new cars and take care of the insurance stuff?
I think,
I think so.
Clearly, the insurance companies of the car's owners are going to go after the hospital's insurance company.
They'll have to.
Does it fall into Florida of no fault state? Well, you parked in our
garage.
That's not our fault.
No fault. That would be as far as an actual car accident, not the whole damn parking garage collapsing.
Nobody told you to park in our garage, jackass.
Hey, Rox. no one told. If you're customer service or
I'm the hospital representative.
You're the representative. You're saying no one told you to park in our garage, jackass. That's your response.
I represent the hospital insurance company. You bunch of morons come to visit your sick relatives. You park here.
Roxanne, are you following celebrities like Meghan Markle and Gwyneth Paltrow and doing face yoga?
Not really, but I'm down for anything that is supposedly something that's going to keep your face from falling.
Do you know what face yoga is?
Probably some different facial expressions, or maybe you rub your face, or I don't know. You tell me.
Speaking of face falling, I think have we talked about like people that run and jog for decades that their faces fall?
Well, think about the impact. It's just always, boom, boom, boom.
That's how you can tell I don't run.
Yeah, runner's face.
Gaunt. Yeah,
runner's face is like a real deal.
Yeah,
that it'll cause your face to droop. I guess people are making a big deal out of face yoga, and there's all kinds of exercises.
Tell me some exercises. I'll do it now.
So, Roxanne, I just typed in face yoga into the Google, and there's hundreds
of videos.
YouTube videos, like 2-minute routines, 9 different techniques of rubbing your own face.
No, listen, they're saying that there are anti-aging benefits if you do certain face yoga exercises.
I need to see the moves.
Well, I can print this out for you.
Okay, look at this lady that Fester's looking at.
She's squeezing her forehead so tight it's going to pop.
And she's really opening her eyes really big.
Okay.
So some of this stuff, I thought in order to keep your face how you want it and not aging, you made less facial expressions, which that stinks for me because I'm very expressive.
Or you just get
that helps.
Poke with Botox needles, All right, so face yoga can help improve your forehead. It can essentially work to give yourself an eye lift for free. You can fix the droop in your smile.
Oh, okay. Sign me up.
All right. Listen, I printed this out. It's 10 pages. Oh, how to get rid of your double chin with face yoga. All right, if you want to, this is like 10 pages long. If you want to, I'll hand it to you right now. If you want to,
see if I can work on this.
Work on it. Let me know how the face yoga works out for you. But some people are swearing by it. Hey, I kind of like truth in advertising.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. Let me take kinda out.
I kind of like truth in advertising.
I like truth in advertising. I believe in truth in advertising. In Massachusetts, there is an old funeral home building, an old home. You remember when funeral homes used to be in Victorian-looking homes? And not like some. Oh, look at Roxanne. Put Roxanne's camera on.
I pulled up a video of somebody pushing down on their like
What do they tell you to
cheekbones.
All right,
and just
Roxanne's
That's a
doing
very strange
face
face.
yoga right now. All right. Do you have the camera on,
working?
Roxanne?
That's what she's doing.
MJ, put the audio up on my
yeah.
YouTube.
All right, now stick your finger up your nostril. Yeah, if you want to see this, it's on MJ TV right now.
so weird.
And if you're not watching live, you can go back and watch it later on when you can safely go to mjmorningshow.com, click on MJ TV, click on MJ TV, and then go ahead and you can watch today's replay and watch Roxanne emulating what the face yoga lady is doing.
eyelids, so you're going.
Oh,
see,
so
you
got to flutter. No, you got to flutter your eye. Yeah, flutter faster.
Okay,
flutter your eyelids. No, flutter your eyelids faster. Keep going.
So keep this going whilst I explain this to you. So your O shape doesn't need to be really pulling too much. Just,
All right, there
Just
you go.
a little O
Look at
shape.
that. So face yoga. All right, back to the funeral home. All right, Roxanne, you got to stop it. You're distracting the hell out of me.
But your face looks much better in the last 30
Oh
seconds.
yeah, you just dropped 2 weeks off your age right there.
You look
My
like
government age.
you look like the beginning of September.
You look 2 weeks younger. Yeah, you look like September 5th.
I look like late summer.
Look at old Labor Day Roxanne over here.
All right, so truth in advertising. There's a funeral home in Massachusetts, and they call it like this historic Massachusetts funeral home. And this is like when funeral homes used to be in like houses.
That seems like more of a northern thing.
You know what? No, I've seen southern funeral homes. Absolutely.
Yeah, right, but not these big Victorian houses.
Well, listen to this. The for sale sign, you know, the typical wooden for sale sign, is in the yard of this funeral home house, this old historic house that was a funeral home. The sign is in the yard, and, you know, you've got the real estate company dangling, and then you know that they'll put sometimes there's a little slot on those white wooden signs. They'll dangle the main sign, and then on the very top, there's like a slot where you can slide in something like a price reduced or pool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
They put sold up there.
Or that's right. Or contract pending or sold.
Like the wooden old Century 21 signs.
Yeah. No, well, they're all. I mean, all the signs typically have, you know, the pole in the ground and then the arm that sticks out. Listen to this. So the funeral home with the for sale sign out front, the little slide-in thing on top, it reads, probably haunted.
Just want to put that out there.
Oh, yeah. The old funeral home at 56 Main Street in Millbury, Massachusetts could be yours for the asking price of $769,000. Or you could probably, you know, chisel them down a little bit. You can make an offer on this thing. So, good luck. And the place is probably haunted.
Would you live in a house, even if it's a beautiful house, that was formerly a funeral home?
Oh, hey, Fingers. His family was in the funeral home business.
That explains his personality.
You know what? I could hang on. I could probably. Should I call him up? He lived at a funeral home.
Really?
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
You know, I think I did know that.
I can probably call. Let me see if he'll come on the air with us.
Which explains why he wore the black coat all the time.
He didn't wear a black coat.
He wore a black leather coat.
No, he
matter
didn't.
How hot it was.
You know what? I think he's at work now. I probably shouldn't call him. No, but a friend of ours who we worked with for years, his family owned a funeral home, and I think their home was attached to the funeral home.
Yeah, like they live on a couple of the floors, and then like.
Hang on, I gotta call him.
Call him.
Hang on a minute.
There's the embalming room, and it has to be like a freezer somewhere. Then they had to have like a great room because funeral homes often entertain funerals.
And I'm calling him up on my cell. Let me see if he'll pick up.
Oh, great.
All right, it's ringing. And maybe he'll let me call him right back.
When I think of funeral homes, at least in this area, they're usually, like businesses on major streets. They don't look like
That's 8:29.
houses.
Yeah, he's not picking up yet. Yeah, usually he picks up pretty quickly, so he must be indisposed.
All right.
But I'm pretty sure that he was a kid and his family owned a funeral home, and their actual house was right. It was the same building. Their home, they lived like upstairs or something, and then the funeral home was downstairs, something to that effect.
They had
Yeah,
to
no,
be
he's
all
not picking
quiet
up.
in their house
Yeah.
because families were crying in the main floor. Oh.
But I love it. Can you imagine? I tell you, I just thought of something really bad.
What?
What?
You make up your own little slide-in signs and you go around town and put bizarre messages on real estate signs like roach infested, termite problem, murder scene.
Don't give people ideas.
Oh my God!
Meth house.
Can you meth lab house? Oh my God! I have real estate agents cursing me out right now. Can you imagine? You make up your
satanic rituals done here.
There you go. Yes. Look at that. Santeria performed here.
In some cases, I bet you it would be days before they got to it.
Super fun cleanup site.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah, triple murder scene.
Sex dungeon.
There you go. Look at that. Roxanne's always got to gravitate to sex. Look at that.
Doug, put an offer in on that one.
Right. Hey, we have an update. We have an update on the Instagram famous lady.
Oh, good. I love her. Remember, I wanted to change my body into hers
Is
yesterday.
her page back up?
I don't know. I don't know if it's back. I know that she's been offered $25,000 to do a porno.
Really?
Yes. So if you missed this yesterday, folks, this is Morgan Osmond, who was kicked off an American Airlines flight. Something happened, or she voluntarily left. Something happened. We don't know the whole story, but she was kicked off the flight or left voluntarily, and she was having words as she was getting off the flight.
Call me a bitch again. Call me a bitch again. Yeah, you guys did nothing wrong. Shut up. No, you shut the up. You shut the up and your bitch. Goodbye. You shut the film me. I'm Instagram famous, you bum. Shut the up. Shut up.
Film me. I'm Instagram famous. You bleeping bum.
She said that. Film me. I'm Instagram famous.
I'm Instagram famous. I'm Instagram famous. I'm Instagram famous.
Oh my God. Anyway, she's been offered $25,000 to do a porno, according to TMZ. She was in some reality TV show called Bad Girls Club for one season.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got like a million Instagram followers, but Fester went to the Instagram yesterday and it was taken down or something.
Yeah, the link that was in all the stories were taken down, right?
You know, her personality is ugly, but her body is rocking. I'll tell you that right now. And, you know, she's not a bad-looking woman.
No,
but,
she's pretty.
But her personality is so toxic that her body is an 11, her face is a solid 10, and her personality is a 0. So, I mean, the average kind of sucks there, you know?
You can tell, though, a lot of her pictures, I mean, she's very attractive, no doubt about it, but you can tell a lot of her pictures are filtered.
So you think she filters them? Yeah,
because it's just so waxy.
I'm not a fan of all the filters. I mean, you've got women that are attractive and they still use all these filters. Why is that, Roxanne?
Because I think the standards are so high. When you look at all the stuff that people put on IG, then people are like, okay, I need to look my best. And then you start to get a false image of yourself. And you're like, hey, I look like this filter, don't I? No, you don't.
Yeah, so here's the statement from the porn site. Given your interest in being filmed, we here at Cam Soda would love to have you broadcast yourself on our XXX platform. I'd like to formally offer you up to $25,000 to perform a 1 hour long cam. So it's a cam show. It's not like shooting a porno like who's it, like Jenna Jameson? Is she still around?
That's probably a old school.
Yeah, probably. Is that an old school mention? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not up to speed on all my...
But honestly, that's who I would think of, too.
Yeah, I'm not up to speed on all my... How about Christy Canyons? I'm not up to speed.
Debbie Does Dallas. You know her, too, right?
Yeah,
that was a movie title, not a person.
Okay.
But no, there was a Debbie, though, I think.
It was a Debbie. She was the star.
Yeah, so...
And she did all of Dallas.
If you want to read an entertaining autobiography, Jenna Jameson has quite a book.
Hey, I'm morning show famous. All right.
I'm Instagram famous.
Yeah.
You should get like an I'm Instagram famous t-shirt. With your 14,000 followers.
Yeah. Hey, folks. Man, she's got 1 million followers or did or whatever happened to her account. I'm scrounging. You know what? I need more filters on my face. I need more bikini shots and filters on my face as I sit at a paltry 14,100 followers. My God, listen, it is a small town, okay?
Yeah, I think I've kind of looked around the Tampa Bay area of personalities,
Right.
and I think you can really only max out maybe in the 50s.
Really?
But they might even be purchasing some too. I've done
It's
some
all
research on this. Yeah.
All right, so, folks, come on, make me Instagram famous.
I tried to pull an MJ the other night and posted a gas station photo, which really lit up the IG.
You know what? I saw that. What was that?
I don't know.
So that was a 7-Eleven, and the gas pump looked like it was shredded by an alien.
It did. It looked like it had its guts ripped out.
Was it being installed? Was it a new pump? It looks pretty new.
Where was that? Was that in West Chase?
That was a 7-Eleven in West Chase. There are two of them, so I'm not giving up the exact location.
Why not? Who cares?
Let's talk about your hotel that you stayed up. Let's give out their location.
We already said it's a 7-Eleven. Who cares?
So,
A 7-Eleven
anyways,
in West Chase, there's two of them.
the
Good luck.
scariest 7-Eleven. So, anyways, look at it, MJ. Look at the guts of a gas pump. I never knew.
The whole gas pump is ripped open at 7-Eleven.
And then people were talking. I didn't know what they meant, but a lot of the commenters were like, skimmers. There's a skimmer there. I don't see a skimmer, but I don't know. But the weirdest part about all of that is it was completely unattended.
Yeah, if you want
it was just open.
If you want to see it, it's on Roxanne's Instagram, and she's Roxanne Wilder. So Roxanne Wilder, give her a follow, and look at this crazy gas pump. It's insane. It's nuts. Hey, Andrew, do me a favor also. Grab the link and put it on mjmorningshow.com in the As Heard On section. So we'll put this on our website as well. But you can give Roxanne a follow at Roxanne Wilder on Instagram. And folks, help make me Instagram famous.
I'm Instagram famous.
And give me a follow at Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio.
I saw a friend over the weekend who I hadn't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And she was, we're obviously on IG together. And she's like, well, I see you got your body back. And I was like,
see you got your body back?
What are you talking about?
A friend said, when's the last time you saw this friend?
I mean, 4 months or something. And I was like,
what do they mean by I see you got your body back? What did that mean?
I don't know.
How fat did they think you were 4 months ago, Rox? That's awful.
Or was it a comment?
You?
Was it a comment that you have a 3-year-old, so your last kid was 3 years ago, and that you got your body back after having your second kid?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, no, I'm just showing it more.
That's right. Yeah, Roxanne. Well, that's true. At least you're being honest.
And then I had to tell her, I was like, listen, it's not a midlife crisis. It's not a weird thing. It's just that if I post a bikini photo, then we all have some laughs around the room.
No, you get
MJ talks about it.
You get
and
1,000 new Instagram followers.
Yes, I get a little boost.
Your thirst trapping bikini photos on your Instagram to
listen. There's a ton of other great content that's unrelated to fun in the sun. That's all it is.
Like guts out of a 7-Eleven gas pump, which is that's a bizarre. It's a weird photo. That's strange. Oh,
here's the story of a lovely lady.
We have an update.
Who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
What's the update?
All of them had hair of gold.
Remember the story we did?
Like their mother, the youngest.
The woman that bought the Brady Bunch house out in California. Remember this thing went for like over $3 million? There's an update. There's a little situation. There's a little problem. So the $3.2 million replica of the Brady Bunch home, has some people asking, is it really worth that kind of money? Now, remember, this is the home that the exterior shots were used, like the curbside exterior shots when they would show the Brady home on the Brady Bunch. That home, it was just used for the exteriors. Inside, it looked nothing like the Brady Bunch home because the Brady Bunch home was a set at Paramount. It was like a set on a sound stage. The whole interior. But what happened was wasn't there a reality show to turn that home into the Brady? So they actually modified and made the inside of the home used for the exterior shots. They made the inside actually look like the TV show set.
Yeah, HGTV purchased it several years ago.
Right.
Did a couple of shows based around this house, and then they were the sellers for this transaction.
The kitchen and the living room, it's like identical. So the problem's in the kitchen. This woman bought the home for $3.2 million. An art collector by the name of Tina Trahan. Guess what she's realized? In the kitchen, none of the appliances work. They're all props. So that old avocado green fridge.
It doesn't run. It doesn't get cold.
No, it doesn't work. The ovens in the brick wall in the Brady kitchen where Alice burned all kinds of crap. The ovens don't work. Nothing works. The stovetop, nothing works. They're all like dummy or they're just like props.
I remember growing up that we had like a white oven range on, this was the first house I ever saw that had like the double door ovens in the wall. And neither of them work. What about that orange Formica? Is that real?
8:41 at the that's real. The orange Formica is real. All
Yeah.
right, 8:41 at the MJ Morning Show. Don't forget the Cash Kitty comes back around at 10 a.m. So Roxanne, right at 10 a.m. will have the next code word for you to text for your chance to win the next $1,000. Cash Kitty happens at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. Here on Q105. Folks, do us an MJ Morning Show solid. Do us a favor. If you like this free entertainment, tell 3 people a day. I call it the MJ 3 a day. Tell 3 people every day to listen to the MJ Morning Show. Would highly appreciate it. Tell them, hey, I listened to the MJ Morning Show. I heard this, this, and this. I loved it. 104.7 FM. So if you know someone that doesn't listen to us, coworkers, relatives, friends, whomever, strangers at Walmart, they might be listening to something else in the morning. Tell them to give us a shot. Tell them to listen to the MJ Morning Show. MJ 3 a day, and I would highly appreciate it. We don't ask for much. We're givers, but I'm just asking for a little help because I'm trying to grow the show even bigger, especially since, my 1-year extension runs out in a couple of months, and they want to, I did hear yesterday that they want to talk to me about re-signing. So, we'll see. I mean, I can't
Jeez, you told me not to tell anyone. You told everybody.
Well, okay. All right, so
I'm just kidding.
I was approached. They want to talk to me about a new contract. So, hey, I'll see where it goes, and I'll keep you, the MJ audience, up to speed on, where things are headed. The Rays. We brought this up multiple times this week. We talked about it yesterday because the announcement was coming at, 10:30 yesterday with the big press conference. And now we know the Rays, the initial report was the Rays were going to pay $600 million of the $1.2 billion project for the redevelopment, a new dome downtown, all kinds of new buildings, apartments, a museum, restaurants. So the Rays now, they claim they're going to kick in $700 million, and that would leave the city of St. Petersburg having to fork up the other $600 million. But the question is, and I brought this up, I've been talking about this for years, and I like St. Petersburg. I really do. I'm a fan of St. Petersburg, but in downtown St. Pete, it's not the most conducive area to draw fans regularly to fill the seats of a Major League Baseball stadium. So again, it's not a good location. I don't know how to put this. I want the Rays to succeed. I want the Rays to win. It's good for the whole area. But the downtown St. Petersburg area is a haul for a lot of the population centers of the Tampa Bay area that are going to put their butts in the seats at the Trop or a new stadium. So if they build it, I don't think they'll come initially. As I said yesterday, there's going to be a lot of excitement. If they do build it down there, if it ever gets built, the first game is going to be sold out. Tickets are going to be through the roof. For a while, it's going to be, but then there's going to be attrition. It's going to fall off. It comes down to the area. It's not inherently a successful site for a major league stadium. That's the problem here.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's been proven is the area kind of sucks.
Well, here's the thing. It's not that St. Pete or downtown St. Pete sucks by any means.
Right.
Not at all. It's just where it is not easy for people from other parts to get to.
Listen, restaurants on Beach Drive, they get filled up. I enjoy. There are a number of restaurants that I like. Michelle and I and friends, we will go to restaurants on Beach Drive in St. Pete. We were at the museum recently. Michelle wanted to see a Japanese art exhibit. A month or two ago, we were down. I got a parking spot right in front of the museum. That was fantastic. So, listen, we go to I work in St. Petersburg every day. I want nothing but success. But I'd be lying to you if I said, oh, yeah, they're going to build this new complex and every game's going to be sold out. No, it's not going to happen. It's a failed location. And just because you put something new and shiny in there, it might attract people initially, but it's not going to have staying power. That's the problem. So if you wanted to keep it in St. Pete, then like the Derby Lane area or something, you build that whole place up. Turn that into a midtown or into a whole destination complex. There's a lot of land over there. Plus, do you know what I noticed in the artist renderings? There's not one parking spot.
No parking.
Hold on. Where's all the parking in the rendering for the new project? There's no parking lot. I saw no parking lot.
I mean, the one thing about Tropicana Field now is there's plenty of parking. Mostly because nobody goes to the games, but there's plenty of parking. Oh, man. This is awful.
Listen, I want success for the Rays. I want St. Petersburg to be successful. If you put it at Derby Lane, it's still St. Pete.
Why is St. Pete footing the entire bill?
No, they're not.
Okay.
The Rays are paying. The Rays are claiming they're paying $700 million, and St. Pete's got to figure out how to fund an additional $600 million.
Why can't Tampa kick in $150 million? They're going to get
because it's not in Tampa. It's in St. Petersburg.
The economic impact.
If the stadium went in Channelside or Ybor, that'd be a whole different story.
Yeah, but all these big cities get a big benefit from the team even existing, and St. Pete has to foot the whole bill.
Dude, it's almost the furthest south you can go in St. Pete without getting into Manatee County.
I bet you the city
well,
of Tampa,
technically, you'd be in Hillsborough for a little chunk and then into Manatee.
City of Tampa probably gets almost as much of an economic impact as the city of St. Petersburg, not giving a penny.
No, I don't agree with that. Yeah. Oh, so you want Tampa to fork over?
I want Largo to fork it over. I want Clearwater to fork it over. I want Dunedin.
How about Kansas City?
You know what? Those sons of bitches over in Kansas City, a little speed trap town. Yes. Don't go. Kansas City can fund the whole stadium with their speeding tickets.
Will, you got nailed in Kansas City, didn't you?
Several times.
All right. So, will the stadium ever get built? Will this whole complex ever? We've heard this before. There was a plan that rolled out in 2011, never happened. There was another plan that rolled out in 2018, never happened. So here we are, 2023, with this grandiose plan in a bad location. It's not going to change that. It's not a good location. All right, 8:48 at the MJ Morning Show. I am looking at a pile here. We got to get into this insane story. Can you imagine you get a food delivery at your house and the driver scrawls something on your garage door? All right, hold on. We got to talk about this coming up. Also, there is a footwear trend that celebrities are picking up on, and there's a warning about this. And Roxanne, I want to know if you're at all familiar with this new footwear trend.
Okay.
So we'll get into that. New angle on tipping. I'm looking. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, another reason why I need to promote the fact that you, the MJ listener, needs to get a portable carbon monoxide detector. I've got a story I got to tell you. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at my pot. We got a lot of stuff. Another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. The 9:10 must-hear story of the day is coming up about a family whose car was stolen. They get the car back, and then things go really bad for the family after they got their stolen car back. So that's coming up. And I also accidentally skipped the story yesterday about the big purse warning. So we're going to get a double dose of must-hear 9:10 stories coming up in the next segment. Folks, don't move. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. MJ Morning Show, 9 o'clock exactly. MJ with Roxanne and Fester. Froggy's back tomorrow. And I got an email from Hal Herman, Froggy.
Mm-hmm.
And Hal wants to do a new feature on the show where he wants to do Hal Herman news updates.
I love it.
So Hal Herman wants to grab some of the biggest stories of the week. I don't know if they're trying to push this on me daily. I don't know if Froggy's trying to whip out the Hal Herman character daily or if it's several times a week. But Hal Herman delivering the most important news stories of the day. So I don't know if we should entertain this. I mean, we've got the cheesy 1980s news music. Hal Herman is a veteran of Wavy TV 10 and Whammo 2 News.
Yeah, it sure is.
So I guess this would be the news theme. Now here's Hal Herman with news headlines of the day. So, Roxanne, you're not here tomorrow.
No, I'm not. Well,
right.
not in the morning with you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about that. And somehow, if we could have Fester Dolt.
Fester Dolt, I haven't spoken to Fester Dolt from NBC News, a real news organization.
But
this is an NBC News special report. Live from New York, here's Fester Dolt. So, maybe Fester Dolt can do like dueling news headlines with Hal Herman.
I have a feeling Hal's going to rip all of his headlines from YouTube because that's where Froggy's going to source the material and give it to Hal.
Is Froggy his producer?
So I'm inclined to, kind of give Froggy and Hal Herman enough rope.
Listen, who knows how it's going to go? I mean, initially, I can tell you Fester Dolt is very offended, the parody character of Lester Holt, the NBC nightly news anchor. However, let's give the old boy a shot.
All right. I can only imagine what news headlines from Hal Herman are going to sound like.
MJ, Roxanne just spilled water on her laptop.
No, I'm good.
No, hold on.
Just mind your biz.
No,
Stop it.
She spilled water on her laptop.
Just shut up.
Listen
dump it upside down.
I'm
Get
good,
the water
guys.
off.
I got it.
She sucked her keyboard.
You just sucked
Yeah,
your
I did.
keyboard?
I look over and her head's on the countertop. I'm like,
Good.
what's she doing? And
Everything's fine.
I just
Are you
I drink my coffee out of my keyboard. What's it to you?
It's coffee?
Roxanne, do you know how germ-ridden your keyboard is?
Do you know how germ-ridden your mouth is?
Especially Roxanne's mouth.
What, are you just giving everything back to me?
I mean, that's a fact.
I really-
Germiest place in this room is probably your mouth.
Oh, my mouth?
Maybe Fester's.
Maybe yours.
Oh,
Could be mine.
And you've got the cleanest mouth in the
Yes,
in the
I
studio.
just washed it down with all the coffee from my keyboard. So
You
yes,
just sucked liquid off your keyboard. Do you know if we swab that keyboard, you know what? I'm guessing that the toilets would come up cleaner than your keyboard.
Why don't you go spill your coffee on the toilet?
That's a fact.
Listen.
I've seen reports where toilets are cleaner than like office computer keyboards.
This is how I build my immune system. Don't question my methods. How often do I knock on wood? How often do I call in sick?
I've got a package I got to open up here. We have a lot of stuff to do. I've got the 9:10 must-hear story, folks. Actually, we got two must-hear stories coming up at 9:10. The DoorDash story, the whole new footwear craze. I'll get to that in a second. First, though, let me open up this package addressed to the MJ Morning Show. And I don't even know the return address. Return address is something in Colorado Springs.
That sounds sketchy.
Hold on a minute. But it's a nice printed label. How was this shipped? This was shipped, it looks like UPS. Oh, UPS Next Day Air Saver?
So they paid a lot of money
Hold
to
on.
ship it out
Yeah,
here.
hang on. Let me open it. I think this came earlier in the week. It was just brought to me. All right, so I'm opening up this box that was shipped to us. And, all right, there's a gray pouch inside.
Okay.
With some kind, looks like a gift card. And then keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap your present before opening this envelope. All right, so we're not supposed to open the envelope yet. Let me chuck the box. All right, so great pouch, and there's a little gift card. Oh, hey, Roxanne.
Ooh, my ears perked up.
For the smart guy who brings a dead rodent into the studio. That was Froggy last week. Possibly a welcoming deco piece for that beautiful deco. Oh, yeah.
Deco. Art Deco.
I'm thinking of deco. I'm a scuba diver. All right. Possibly a welcoming deco piece for that beautiful studio setting from Bruce Bailey, a.k.a. Country Dog. All right, so Bruce Bailey, a.k.a. Country Dog, sent this pouch. It's a gray,
It's a standard gift pouch.
Yeah, it's a gift pouch. All right, Roxanne, it's addressed to you.
I'm so excited.
I'm not going to open it. I'm going to let you open this.
Throw it. All
right. All right, give that to Roxanne.
There you go, Rox.
Do me a favor. Andrew, can you grab Roxanne's camera, please?
Hold it up a little bit.
I think it's a federal offense that you just read this card.
It's
addressed to me, and you just read it.
It was addressed to the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah, but it clearly says you should have stopped at the Hey Roxanne.
Oh, okay.
That's only federal offense.
That's only USPS mail, not FedEx.
We have no idea what's in this thing. This is a mystery envelope sent in a mystery box. Okay. Hold it up. Hold it up to the camera. All right, what is inside? Whoa.
What is it? What is it?
Oh my God! What? Hold on. What is in there?
Hold on.
I have no idea what's in there. What is it?
Oh, is this a bag of fake cockroaches? Is a bag of rubber roaches.
Oh,
oh, I hate roaches. This is just crazy. This has been like a roach-themed show.
Oh man, it's a bag of fake bugs. Let me take some of these out of the bag.
Hey, Roxanne, this is for the smart guy who brings a dead rodent into the studio. Last week, Froggy brought in a dead rat into the studio and stunk the place up, and it was awful.
Andrew, you're showing the camera? You're showing my camera? All right. I'm holding this up. It's a whole bag. Look at this thing. It's a whole bag. There's got to be 200 of these things in here. A whole bag of fake cockroach. Did you say cockroaches?
They're cockroaches.
No, just cockroaches.
No, they're cockroaches.
Caca is
like cucaracha. Look, cockroaches.
Oh man, it's a whole bag of
don't drop them.
Of fake roaches. Look at this thing.
Listen, if you drop them, you're not going to find them all, and somebody else is going to come across it. And it's going to be a nightmare. So just keep track of them.
I mean, there are a couple of hundred of these things in this bag. It's a whole Ziploc bag filled with roaches. Roxanne, they're plastic. You thought they were real, and you screamed and dropped them.
Because I thought that I just like seeing the body shape of one of those. Ugh.
All right, I got the 910.
Thank you, though.
Thank you, Bruce, a.k.a. what, Country Dog? Thanks for the...
yeah, thank you. I can
and then there's an envelope.
Yeah, I mean, with listeners like you, we really don't need enemies.
It's an Amazon delivery.
Again, stop reading
fake
my mail.
Roaches. Hey, Roxanne. Oh, so it's the same thing. It's the same message. Okay. So there we go.
Are we really grateful for this?
He wants me to I bet Bruce wants me to you know what I could do? I have a great idea.
What's that?
I could put them in Froggy's coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the problem with opening up on the air. Somebody's going to tell Froggy.
Yeah, you're right.
He's not going to listen to the show.
Yeah, but somebody will tell him. Someone will leave it. All right, moving along here. I have 2 9-10 must-hear stories that I'll get to in a second here. First of all, I mentioned the DoorDash story. So this is just weird. A DoorDash customer had a food delivery, and the DoorDash delivery driver took a black magic marker and wrote 514 on their garage door in permanent black Sharpie-like marker.
514.
514.
Was that an area code or something?
A woman ordered food from DoorDash. The driver drops the food off and then vandalizes her home by scrawling a big 514 on her white aluminum garage.
Trying to say she has bad credit, given like a low credit number?
Yeah, what does that mean?
514 is really janky credit.
This was on Reddit. Ordered food today. The dasher came, dropped it off, but then wrote 514 above my garage in permanent marker. Wrote Reddit user Abigail.
Is that like some gang code?
I have no idea. So I looked up like 514. It is the area code of Montreal. I mean, a photo is posted of this huge 514 scrawled on the white garage. In a security video, the driver whose face has been hidden to protect the identity. Why?
Yeah, really.
Delivers the order, and then it's undisclosed what city. We don't know what city it was delivered in or where. It's just some woman's home, and then drops off the food, goes back to his car, grabs a black marker, goes to the woman's home, and writes 514 on the house, on the garage. What does that mean? So I looked up like 514 on like the Urban Dictionary.
Or numerology pages or anything like that? Anything come up?
One of the entries is what us Asians be saying when we want to die. 514 sounds like some Chinese word, which means I want to die. 514? I have no... I can't find any... What is 514? Does anyone know what 514 means?
No.
Roxanne, do you follow, and I don't know, I'm not trying to, astrology or like, have you ever heard of angel numbers?
Yeah, I've heard of angel numbers.
So 514 is an angel number.
Okay.
And it's a powerful symbol with deep meaning.
All right.
Where the hell are you seeing this?
I typed in 514 meaning into the Google. It's a message from your guardian angel?
Anyway,
I don't know.
Just a weird story.
Yeah.
Ballerina footwear in just a minute. I'll explain. This is a new trend, but is it good for you? First, though, the 9-10 stories of the day. And I say stories because I've got the one for today, and then I blew by the one yesterday because we were just engrossed in something. So today, the 9-10 must-hear story of the day is as follows. A family has their car stolen. The car's recovered, but then they all start getting sick. Whole family starts getting sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find out that the car was returned with high traces of methamphetamine and fentanyl. That's not good.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Washington State. So the family starts suffering mysterious headaches, upset stomachs. Their car was stolen, returned, and subsequent investigation found the thing was just loaded with traces of chemicals, traces of meth and fentanyl. And they didn't know this until the whole family starts getting sick. And Jake Culver of Pierce County and his family had been initially relieved when the cops brought back the 2002 Ford F-350 pickup truck. And it was in the same condition that it was stolen in, so it wasn't bashed and smashed and trashed. So they got it back. The father of two said he had driven the car a few times until his 5- and 10-year-old started having upset stomachs and sleep disruptions. A friend of Culver's wife recommended that they get the car tested for drugs, and the exam showed high traces of meth.
And it's more than a trace,
that
right?
exceeded national safe exposure limits. 8-fold. Wait a minute. There are safe exposure limits to meth?
So I don't understand. Where is this meth? It's like floating around.
No,
it's in the carpet or it's in the
carpet. Oh, okay.
Or the seats, the handles. So something, whatever they were using the stolen vehicle for, traces of meth got all over the interior surfaces of the vehicle, Rocks.
And what kind of ailments were they getting?
I said upset stomachs, headaches. And a friend said, hey, you better get that tested. Listen, there are people that have bought houses and they start falling sick and then they find out that they bought a meth house. You know, a house that was once used as a meth lab or whatever. Cooking up stuff. You got Walter White and Jesse Pinkman inside. You know, that's awful. Can you imagine that?
Ugh, crazy.
What color is meth?
Well, meth can be white.
It's blue in the movie, in the show.
Walter White's meth was that famous blue stuff on the streets of Albuquerque.
Just saying, it's a white truck that was stolen. I don't know.
All right, then the item that I didn't do yesterday, and I apologize. You know, it's when I like promise something and I don't deliver, which is not often, but sometimes something falls through the cracks. We got busy yesterday. And I buried my 9-10 must-hear story for yesterday. So thank you to the about 30 people that emailed or DM'd me on Instagram at Certified MJ Radio for calling me out. And hey, listen, I'll take my lumps. So I apologize. I had a warning for women that I was supposed to do yesterday. And this is just a heads up. It's a warning. And it's a purse thieving scheme, and it's the old distraction game. So you got to be careful out there. You got to make sure this doesn't happen to you. And the story goes that a woman in Southern California, Los Angeles area, was targeted by thieves. And what they do is, in a parking lot, they'll engage you in conversation while somebody else rips you off behind your back. So here's what happened. Woman is at a Ralph's supermarket in the LA area. This is Anaheim, actually. Anaheim Hills, Orange County. And this woman is at a Ralph's. You know, some of the big supermarkets out in California, Ralph's and Vons.
My wife refused to go to Ralph's.
Why?
Because it sounds like throw up.
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time.
Ralph.
Yeah.
We were out in
Alice is
LA.
right.
We were there a couple years ago, LA. And I was like, I'm just going to pull into the supermarket. And she goes, what's that? Ralph's. And she goes, don't. Ralph's.
I don't want to go to Ralph's.
Yeah, we were in San Diego. That's where we were. And she's
Yeah, babe, you want to pick something up for me from Ralph's? No, but I'll throw something up for you.
She's like, go to Vons.
I used to shop at Ralph's all the time. I had one right down on Beverly Boulevard. Yeah, where I used to live in L.A. for a while. All right, so you got to be careful. So here's what happened. This woman, Cheryl Armstrong, they're targeting women. And here's what they're doing. They noticed, and I think they're paying attention for this, women that will leave their handbag in the grocery cart while they're unloading. Or in Cheryl's case, listen to this. She said that she always goes to the car, unlocks the car, puts her handbag, her purse, in the front passenger seat, and then unloads the car. They must have seen this because a two-person team, one that distracts her with conversation while the other then goes behind to the car door, opens it, and takes the purse, and gone. So careful for this distraction technique. Listen, you never know. You remember Michelle, my lovely wife. She had that note left on her car at Target in South Tampa at Gandy and Dale Mabry.
That's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
Your tire is low. Your left tire's low. Note on her door. And then it turned out that it was a sicko. So I told the story, and then all kinds of women started calling. I got the same note. Turned out we ended up assisting in busting a guy that worked at MacDill, some kind of an enlisted Air Force guy, was putting notes on women's cars so they'd bend over to look at their tire, and he was watching them from across the parking lot as they bent over.
Ick.
Yeah, tell me about it. Ick is correct. So the purse racket, heads up on that. Roxanne, let's talk ladies' footwear for a matter of moments here.
Okay.
And because you're an expert on shoes, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think what you just teased, I'm an expert on as well.
And what is that?
Ballet.
Okay. So are you familiar with the trend that yes?
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with ballet, but tell me about this trend.
I was trying to. All right. So
spit it out.
The trend is as follows, that Hollywood celebrities are now sporting ballet flats.
I got to tell you, I hate those because they're just not comfortable for me, at least.
So have you heard of this?
Well, I feel like ballet flats, like I have a pair from, I don't know, not actual ballet slippers.
Can I get some ballet music, please?
Yes.
Oh, I can see it. Oh, this is Frank Mills. Oh, this is Music Box Dancer.
Is this ballet music?
I don't know. I wouldn't call this ballet.
It's like a classical piece.
But it has like some tinkly piano.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
I could see some.
Some Black Swan music.
Yeah, you ever hear this? This is Music Box Dancer. Yeah, we used to have an ice cream truck that came around the neighborhood and played this thing incessantly when I was a kid. Man, I know this by heart because of the damn ice cream truck. Yeah, this kind of works as some ballet music, or maybe we can play some Nutcracker or something. All right, so are you familiar with this trend? Hollywood celebrities like Katie Holmes, Hailey Bieber, Kylie Jenner have been seen wearing ballet flats. But a California podiatrist by the name of Robert Karamian He says, no, this is bad for your feet. This is awful. That ballet flats are a worst offender for protection and comfort and the health of your feet. That these celebrities that are wearing ballet flats is some kind of new damn trend, that this is not good for their feet, for their foot health.
No, because it causes, if you wear them for more than an hour a day, you can get plantar fasciitis and heel pain.
Oh, that's painful. I've known people that had plantar fasciitis, and man, they'd rather get an arrow through their face.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Also, if you have the sole is so thin, if you step on a sharp object, it'll pierce right through.
It's essentially the closest you could come to walking barefoot.
All right, I've got a carbon monoxide warning, and another reason for me to mention why you can spend like $30, $40 and potentially save your life. I'll get to that. You know, also, we really haven't delved into the whole Russell Brand deal.
No, we haven't.
That is a bizarre situation. Hang on. We got a final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next and a lot of ground to cover. We're back in minutes, folks. Don't move. Final long chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next here on Q105. Stand by. 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show. Andrew just sent me a recall. Andrew, you're saying that Kraft singles are being recalled? Yeah, let me read this. Andrew just sent me an email link. Kraft singles recall. Let me read this because, Kraft singles, I don't really buy Kraft singles. I, get Boar's Head American cheese.
Yeah, you shut up with that. I buy the 3-pound box at Sam's Club.
Dude, why don't you go to the Boar's Head section at the Publix deli counter and get the Boar's Head White American whole milk. It's the maroon wrapper. And that's what you want, dude. Come on, get your family some high-quality American cheese.
Oh,
Come
no,
on.
my family doesn't need it. I eat it. I love that stuff. I'll roll it up and smoke it.
All right, so Kraft Heinz recalling more than 83,000 cases of individually wrapped Kraft singles because the wrapper could stick to the slice and you could choke. Hold on. This cheese has been wrapped. This cheese has been wrapped in these little plastic wrappers since before I was born. And what, suddenly there's a problem?
I've had the occasional single where the wrapper broke and I had to peel it off.
It's hard to take it off sometimes, but it's not like you can't see it.
Do they have some defective plastic or something? Did something happen with their plastic supplier? And anyway, listen, the way you solve this, you go to the Boar's Head area of the Publix deli counter and you go ahead and you get the Boar's Head White American. And that's our favorite American cheese. I think it's a great product. So, and while I'm at it, and I'm plugging Publix over here, I have not heard back yet from the dairy buyer at Publix. I need the yogurt buyer at Publix to call me. Why can't you guys get brown cow yogurt at Publix? Brown cow is amazing. I've got to go to Whole Foods or to Sprouts to buy brown cow yogurt. Brown cow, I'm telling you, the cherry vanilla is my favorite. I like the blueberry one. Strawberry's great. Brown cow, I'm telling you, the little layer of cream right on top. To me, it's, I think, one of the best yogurt brands out there. And Publix doesn't carry it. Why? Come on, yogurt buyer. Get brown cow in the Publix stores. Let's go.
How now?
So, listen, I just...
That's your thing.
I just like it to be convenient, So, wherever I'm shopping, whether I am shopping at Whole... I don't typically go to Whole Foods much at all. Usually, I'm only at Whole Foods to get the brown cow. That's about it.
I mean, you have to be like a bazillionaire to shop there anyway, right?
Yeah, what, at Whole Foods?
Yeah, don't they have like helicopter parking on the roof? It's all for rich people?
I don't think so. No, but I used to go to Whole Foods for like Rumo pasta, but Publix started carrying Rumo pasta now, which is a great Italian bronze die cut pasta. Or I like Fresh Market. Fresh Market carries Rusticella di Abruzzo, which is another great pasta that I use when I make my pasta dishes. But, you got to have a bronze die cut pasta. You gotta. So Rumo, Rusticella di Abruzzo. There's Di Martino is pretty good stuff as well. No problems there. It's a nice product. You want an Italian-made, air-dried bronze die-cut pasta. It just makes a difference. The spaghetti, the noodle, it's a rougher noodle, so the sauce sticks to it better. It just has a better bite, a better al dente bite. It's just a better product. If you're buying Ronzoni or Muller's, give me your address, and I'll come by and clock you over the head with a bat. All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so you said I don't typically go to XYZ place, and then I heard the word tip, and that reminded me, earlier you teased a tipping story that I would like for you to get to, because I'm going to be gone tomorrow, so I don't want you to push it over in the pile.
Well, guess what? As a matter of fact, it happens to be...
Next?
First up.
All right.
Yeah. Tipping has declined for the first time in years. So the percentage of the tip that people are leaving is going down. So Americans are beginning to tip less. Yeah, this is from American Restaurant Trends. This is a brand new report that's out. And the average tip at a full-service restaurant has dipped below 20% to 19.4%. So tips are going down. And I think that's probably because prices are going up. Food costs are going up. Dining out has become much more expensive. That steak that was like $38 is now like $60. Their prices are going up, and listen, restaurants have no choice but to pass the exorbitant increasing food prices and food costs on to you. They can't absorb it. But what's happening is that tips are going down.
When you go to a restaurant, MJ, do you have a rough idea what the bill is going to be before you go there?
Yeah, I typically,
generally speaking,
I look at the menu online, and a lot of times there are prices, sometimes that are not. But I know the general price point of the restaurant where I'm going. Like, listen, a great place is Olivia. So remember, I told Michelle and I, we're doing our midweek night out. So we're doing midweek date night, which I never did because of my schedule, doing the afternoon show for all those years. So Michelle and I are going out midweek, like a Wednesday or Thursday night dinner. And then we're going out like on a Friday or Saturday, either alone or with friends. We got, friends that, want to go out to dinner. We got a bunch of folks in the hopper in rotation, et cetera. But like last week, Michelle and I went to Cafe Paradiso last Wednesday night in South Tampa off MacDill. I've been going to Cafe Paradiso since 1994 when they first opened. Tonight we're going to Chef Chris Ponce's Olivia, which we love.
I love Olivia. I'll sit there for 8 hours.
We'll hit Donatello probably in the next couple of weeks. We love Donatello. So,
but you go to a restaurant and you kind of,
then the week before last. So we're on an Italian run right now, and then we went to
Armature Works one, the one by Armature Works, Roca.
No, we went to Pasquale.
Pasquale okay.
On South West Shore. So Luigi, our friend Luigi owns Trattoria Pasquale, and we went there 2 weeks ago. So, Michelle and I are really enjoying our midweek date night. And tonight it's going to be Olivia.
So we enjoyed some
So,
fun.
to answer your question, do I know what the average yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
The point is, when you get your bill after every restaurant you've been to for the
Yep.
last 3 months, thank you. But once you get your bill, if it's disproportionately higher or shockingly higher than what you're expecting, it's going to come out of the tip. Maybe you tip 15% on the button, or just under 20%, like what the average is now.
Listen, I got a tip story for you.
Yep.
It needs some prime time coverage, so I'll do it.
Just the tip?
Just the tips I can share with you right
Yep,
now.
okay.
That portion of it.
Well,
but
what do you mean it needs prime time coverage?
because it was an epic interaction between Doug and a sandwich shop, and I was witness to it in the car, and he came out.
So you're not going to tell the story now?
No, but I will tell you what started it.
But when are you going to tell the story?
Next week, Monday, Tuesday, whenever you want me to,
Oh, so
prime
you-
time.
Oh, so you want like a 7:30, 8 o'clock
Yes,
spot?
I do.
You're teasing a story a week ahead of time?
Yeah, but I'll tell you part of it. I'll give you just the tip portion of it right now.
Just the tip of the tip story.
Yes.
Roxanne, just the tip. Go ahead.
He called in to place an order for our family, and I'm telling him what we want from this particular place. He's reiterating it. And then they ask him over the phone, okay, we'll ring it up for you now. And then would you care to leave a tip? So he leaves a small tip. It was probably a $50 order, right? Okay, less than. He leaves like a $3 tip. And as soon as he hung up the phone, I didn't address it then, but I was like, they're gonna screw up that order. They're gonna mess up that order because they're mad.
$3 on fifth.
But listen,
first of
I
all-
have to
yeah.
finish.
All right.
He said, Roxanne, on principle, I'm not going to tip them unless when I go in, and not unless, but he's like, I'm going to give them the tip after I receive my stuff. Thank you. Here you go. He was going to give him some cash. That was how, he's like, I don't believe in tipping before I've rece've the service.
Well,
and
also,
I agree with that.
I'm not a fan of tipping on takeout. You go pick up food at a place. I'm sorry. You paid the food costs. I don't believe in tipping on pickup. If someone delivers to you, that's different. But just picking up food, we've gotten into this crazy tip crazy culture where, you go to pick up shoelaces at some store and they flip the screen around, tip. Asking for tips is out of control. And I'm sorry, I'm not guilt tipped. You've heard of a guilt trip?
Right.
Let's talk about the guilt tip. I'm not getting sucked into guilt tipping. And that's what's going on. The whole tipping culture has shifted, or the attempt to shift it, that we have to be forced or guilted into tipping for everything. No, I don't do that. Listen, at the dog kennel, for instance, I pick up the dogs, it's $180 and there's a tip line. No, I'm sorry. I'm not tipping. All these for 30 years I never tipped, and then suddenly there's a tip line. So it's a whole new move in the last, 5-8 years or so, but it's really gotten bad in the last 2 years, where they try to guilt you into tipping. It's guilt tipping, and I'm sorry, I'm not getting sucked into it.
Yeah.
You know what I like about when you give a tip is when the person looks at you and says thank you, but you don't really. I always tip well, but that's kind of my thing. All
right, public service announcement, folks. And Andrew, did you put the CO detector up on the website? Is it back in on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show, Andrew? Is that a yes or no? I can't see you. I'm just seeing your head shake like you're having convulsions.
He's probably having a convulsion.
What is he doing in there?
I don't know.
Andrew, can you hear me?
I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, he's on the phone.
He's working. That's what he's doing. He's working.
He's on the phone. So, Andrew, did you put the carbon monoxide detector back? Okay, it's up. So just a quick mention here. A pregnant Kansas woman and her 2 sons were found dead, apparent carbon monoxide poisoning inside their camper. If they would have had one of these little portable carbon monoxide detectors, it would have gone off. They would have been alerted, and they'd be alive. So, folks, whenever I travel, it's in my suitcase. I have them around my home as well. I've got the portables, but I also have some built-ins into my actual system. But I absolutely travel with a carbon monoxide detector. My kids have them in their dorm rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Both my kids, Julian in Manhattan, Chloe in New Hampshire, they both have their own CO detectors in their rooms. And listen, these things are like $39. The one I like, at least, you can get them cheaper. But the one I like is the Kidda 10-year sealed lithium battery. You just use it for 10 years. You don't worry about the batteries. When the battery indicator gets low, you toss it, get a new one. And it's like the size of 2 decks of cards. And I throw it in my luggage. I travel with it all the time. Virginia Beach Hotel over the last weekend.
You had it.
On top of the roach crawling on Michelle's face in the middle of the night, my carbon monoxide detector was right there in the room with me.
The roach probably saw it on the nightstand. He's like, what's that? And crawled over to look at it.
So, folks, the carbon monoxide detector that I like, it's portable, it's battery powered, it is small, it'll fit in anywhere, and you should travel with it. And if this woman had one of these in her camper, she'd be alive. Her unborn baby would be alive, and her 2 sons. I mean, it's such a tragic story. So if you go to mjmorningshow.com, go to mjmorningshow.com, top of the page, look for As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and then you'll see the link to the Kidda smoke detector, Kidde, Kidda. They make the fire extinguishers, the smoke alarms, carbon monoxide detectors. That's the one I like, and I think I pay like $39 for it on Amazon. One of the things I do order from Amazon. But just a terrible story. So, All right, Katy Perry, Russell Brand, in the final moments before we get out of here today. First, you remember, Katy Perry dated...
married.
Hold on. Dated, then they got married. So Katy Perry was married to Russell Brand. And there seems to be some indications that she knew some of his background and some of his sordid history and past. So, trying to sort through all this Russell Brand stuff. And Katy Perry also, I got to talk about her financially. But a lot of accusations against Russell Brand. I saw that he's been canceled in a lot of places. YouTube, I think, YouTube has,
they canceled him.
I think they canceled him. They took his monetization away or took his channels down or whatever. Now, listen, Russell Brand is innocent until proven guilty, as all should be. But, listen, there are a lot of claims made against him. Claim 1, Woman 1 claims that Brand raped her in his Los Angeles home. Woman 2 claims that Brand forced her to perform oral sex when she was 16. Woman 3 claims Brand sexually assaulted her in L.A. and threatened legal action if she spoke out. Woman number 4 claims Brand sexually assaulted her and was physically and emotionally abusive. Jordan Martin... Jordan had a 6-month relationship with Brand, who she claims made her brush her teeth so hard her gums bled so she would taste anonymous and sexually assaulted her just bizarre claims here. There's a lot of specificity, and there are a number of folks that are coming forward with these claims. Also, remember Catherine McPhee? The singer Catherine McPhee of American Idol fame.
Right now she's married to
David Foster, the composer, very talented guy. And there's video of Russell Brand on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon back in 2013. And Catherine McPhee is on Russell Brand's lap.
Oh.
And he's holding her on the lap and won't let her get up. And it was getting really uncomfortable. So... Katy Perry said she kept the real truth about Russell Brand locked in my safe in comments that she made in 2013 that have resurfaced. So, I don't think it looks very good for Russell Brand with all of these accusations. Here's another headline. Russell Brand TV executives allegedly considered removing female staffers so they wouldn't be assaulted. I mean, how long have folks known about Russell Brand? If this is true. Again, innocent until proven guilty, but man, there are a lot of accusations that are suddenly flying. But, again, Katy Perry hinting that she knew the real truth on this guy? That's some scary stuff. So, Roxanne, any thoughts?
I hope it goes to court and they figure out if he's innocent or guilty and justice is served.
I think that's an outcome that anybody would want. Yeah. And then you saw Katy Perry, final moments. Amid all this, Katy Perry sold the rights to her 5 albums to a private equity buyout firm for $225 million.
Good for her.
Teenage dream, and it's kind of a seedy, kind of skeevy song, though. When you think
she has a lot of hits.
When you listen to the lyrics on Teenage Dream, it's kind of an icky kind of.
You forget what it's like to be a teenager.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, Katy Perry was remarkably nice to Chloe when Chloe met her backstage, I don't know, 12 years ago. Chloe was like maybe 7 years old, 8 years old. She was remarkably nice. But Katy Perry, big payday, reportedly getting $225 million by selling the publishing rights to her albums. So there you go. All right, anything else before we get out of here?
That's it.
No, goodbye.
Yeah, I've got a lot of, Roxanne wishing everyone goodbye for at least a couple of days. She's back on Monday. So Froggy's back tomorrow. And then Roxanne's out for a couple of days, and we're all back together on Monday, right?
Yep, back to the old 4-person show, as it should be.
Yep. All right, 9:47 at the MJ Morning Show. Let's call it a day. Thanks for listening. To reach me privately, my private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. If you've got any comments, questions, you have some hot gossip for the show, something good, some good material. So mj@mjmorningshow.com. And you can also reach out on direct message. You can DM me on Instagram and give me a follow at Certified MJ Radio. We'll see you tomorrow, folks, and let's be careful out there.